everybody, and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to another episode of our Chronicles of Aeodrun Awakening campaign. My name is Josh, I use he, him pronouns, and I shall be your game master for tonight. And as you can see, I am surrounded by some absolutely amazing people who I will get to introduce themselves right now. I could have said something really mean then, but I chose not to because I pick on this person way too much. So I will start with them. Hello, Tom.
You pick on me?
Apparently.
Hello. I'm Tom, I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Bram Shutteroak, the half-elf, half-orc fighter warlock. We're going to get into what happened to Bram in the last episode, but there was frills, there was chills, there was Bram going, oh no, plot. Everything is beautiful and nothing hurts, so...
The correct phrase is, oh no, more plot.
And again, there's subplots. I don't just have one big one. There's lots of things and a lot of people who miss Bram. So that's a nice thing. See? The people in world care about Bram.
Exactly.
And the people on stream as well. Everything's great. Move on, Josh. Move on. Stop bullying me.
I will. I'm so sorry. I'm going to move on. Nat, please tell us who you are.
Hello, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing Elodie Fogg, who also uses she, her pronouns. She's a blood hunter, artificer, human. No, she knows she's an angel blessed at this point. Yes, which is key and important.
Plot.
and important as to why she's conflicted and panicked, actually. Good times.
And then somebody who we've not seen for a little while, we are going to come to Mike.
Hello, I'm Mike. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Lucian, who uses he, him pronouns too. And Lucian's had a delightful time, not having to learn anything new. Very excited to really solve a lot of the problems we've already found out about, and get to the real gritty of that. There's so much information that there can't possibly be anything else. So it will be good. Maybe a bit more control and less chaos.
And finally, we have everybody's favourite gothic scythe-wielding... I was about to say murder hobo, but you're definitely not a murder hobo. You are
also
definitely...
not gothic.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking about Perry, we're talking about Evie.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Accepted.
Evie.
Professional murder hobo at your service. Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Peripatea or Perry, who uses she, they pronouns, who is a zealot barbarian angel-blessed query. We're not really sure what the situation is. I've got angel-blessed stats in like a dark elf body. It's a whole thing. And Perry is pleased to have a journal. Things are unfolding. Spoke to another version of themselves in their dream, who said their life depends on them learning archery and science. All fun things. All good.
Before we get into tonight's session, we have a couple of sponsors and supporters to thank. Our sponsor for tonight is Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some absolutely amazing clickety-clack math rocks, including some limited edition roll-together dice, which you can see we're all sporting, or some of us are sporting here. If you use code ROLLTOGETHER at checkout, all caps, you can get yourself 25% off of your purchase. We're also proud to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. If you use code code is what I should say, in chat right now, you can get yourself a code for a free Electrum chest, which you can use to get yourself some in-game items to help your adventurers on their journey through various different planes of existence. And finally, we're also proud to be supported and support Michael Dobson's character art. All of this amazing looking artwork you can see on the overlay right here was lovingly done by Mike. And if you would like to see one of your own characters done in that similar art style, follow the link to Mike's Instagram and hit him up for a commission, and he will do that for you. Won't you, Mike? See, there we go. For podcast listeners, Mike is nodding. Massive thank you to the D20 Club on Patreon. You are fantastic. You are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Tom for no die park reasons, by following the links in chat or in the description below. Speaking of the description below, if you are watching us on YouTube, please do consider liking this video, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel, because it helps us know what you like so we know what to make more of. And now, with all of that, we are going to jump to our title sequence. In our last session, we had quite a few things happen. The group that we had with us at that time continued to make their way towards where Rodney's house is. They'd managed to get some little battery things to put into his leg to stop the necroticism from taking over him and turning him into an undead. As they approached the house, they heard a loud, very loud roar and a crash. Going inside and making their way up to Rodney's bedroom, they saw Rodney was beginning to turn into said undead. Half of his body had expanded outwards and begun to grow twice its size, and he was thrashing out and crying and asking the team to kill him. Through some very tactical combat maneuvers, the party were able to get round to the back of Rodney's leg, cut it open from where it had started to seal, and insert the new little battery thing into the leg, causing the curse, we're going to call it, to recede back, bringing Rodney back to his senses. The group all then went on a little road trip with Rodney in a wheelbarrow and took him to go see Solomon, where Rodney and Elodie went down to speak to Solomon. Before they got to the house, the party noticed that Perry had gone walkabouts and didn't tell the party, or nobody even noticed that Perry had gone. Super sneaky Perry is.
Or do people just not like them? Do you just not care?
Let's not put that into the universe.
Perry says loudly as walking down the street, I guess no one cares.
Hera expressed that they really wanted to hit something in the pits, and Bram decided to have his moment and take Hera under his wing and basically mentor Hera there. They went there. They noticed Perry in the crowd, although they weren't able to get to Perry. There was a scythe and a little bit of white hair flipped around as they walked about, and they entered in, and Hera was able to enter into a one-on-one slugfest match with a hooded figure while Bram watched on from the stands. As the fight ensued, the Hera managed to get a pretty hefty blow on this creature, on this person, and before they went down, their hood and everything fell back, and it was revealed to be Bram's mother, who said to Hera, so this is what the Harbinger can do. One key detail that I forgot to mention in the last episode when I explained your mother's armor is that it is Imperium armor.
Of course it is.
Podcast
That
listeners, Tom
silly
just
goose!
threw his hat on the floor in a fit of rage.
Also, don't call my mummy a creature.
That's where we draw the line.
I know she's been corrupted, but she's my mama.
And that is where we are going to pick up the session. Well, I say that's where we're going to pick up the session. That's not quite. We're just going to back just a little bit. And as Elodie, Hera, Bram are beginning to make their way towards Rodney's house, as they've just left the shop, they've got Perry with them. These people seem to be uninteractable, Perry. You can't seem to sort of click on them and have a conversation with them. What would you like to do? Is you are now holding this journal in your hands.
How very rude of them. I will go to. I've got the journal. I've got my armband of holding. So we had said that there was a little like coffee shop, like a little Parisian coffee shop that had little donuts. I'm just gonna go there and I'm gonna get myself a hot chocolate or something, and I'm just gonna try and sit down and read this because finally I've got 5 minutes to myself.
You can go. You make your way towards where the coffee shop / bakery is. You get yourself a coffee. Doesn't cost you too much. and you can have a little sit down and begin to open the book and flick through it. And as you start looking through it, you hear a and a shadow appears over your book.
I'm reading. I don't look up.
I can see that.
Is this Fluffy?
It's Fluffy. Fluffy stood there in full guard uniform with his arms crossed, looking down at you with a big smirk on his face.
Jesus fucking Christ, Fluffy. I'm going to the pits at some point. Just let me have my 5 minutes. I don't interrupt you when you're reading.
You've not really had a chance to see me read, to be honest.
I don't even know if you can read.
Hurtful, but I'll accept that. We don't know each other that well. Although you did challenge me to a fight at the pits, and
I did, and then you ran away.
I mean, you say that. I went to the pits last night, and I didn't see you there. So I can only assume that you're running away from me. So I'm going to be at the pits in a little bit if you'd like to come along and have a fight.
I challenged you and you left town for weeks. I think I know which of us is running away. I just didn't go one day, babes.
I had to do that for a job, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have been at the pits that night to fight you. But
I'm sure.
kind of raring to go because a lot of what I did on my mission didn't involve a lot of fighting. It was more my friends doing their sneaky stuff, and I'm itching to hit something. And, that name really bugs me. So if you'd like to sort of pop to the pits in, say, about a couple of hours, I'll be there. We can have a bit of a smash fest if you'd like. Or if you want to perform for the crowd, we can do it that way. Don't look at me like that.
No, don't freeze it like that, Fluffy.
I know Perry is a little cutie, but you are a married man.
I don't understand your young people terminology. What are you on about?
Smash is a slang term for fuck.
Oh. And then you just watch as another shadow appears behind Fluffy as a female blue scale dragon skin just appears with a big bow on her back. She just pinches Fluffy by the ear. He's ow, ow. Right, that's enough. You can stop talking to this lovely person now. Come on. Yes, okay, yeah, right. I'll see you later. Yeah, come on.
You'll see me when I'm ready, Fluffy.
That's all right. If you're not there in 2 hours, no chickened out. All right, stop pulling my ear.
What was his wife's name again?
Her name's Thena.
Thena, Mrs. Fluffy Thena. Got you. I like her. She's got good radar.
She just appears out of nowhere. And as you're having had this conversation, and as Fluffy gets dragged out, you just notice another big figure is sat bang smack in the corner of the room, drinking a very small cup of tea. Lucian, what are you up to?
He's trying to be quite small. And I feel essentially do what Barry is, just trying to be left alone for a little bit. Like, he could have quite easily joined the group ages ago, but he just having some time to himself. Just
you watched them all walk past and you just went, no.
Yeah. Hid behind his
Incredible.
Amazing. You two lock eyes with each other.
I noisily drag my chair over to yours. It makes the screeching noise as I kind of plop down and go, oh. Lulu, how's it going?
Very bad day. You right?
Yeah, I was just trying to read, and then I get challenged to a fight. Can you believe that?
Actually, that was pretty much every day for me for 20 years.
Oh, good. Wait, I thought you couldn't read.
Well, not the reading bit, to be fair, yeah.
Do you want to learn to read? I mean, I wouldn't teach you, but I'm sure someone would.
So far, I've not really found it's impeded me particularly.
Yeah.
Sure. Bar all the crap that Solomon's got. But to be honest, I don't know if I really want to read all of that. It just sounds like it makes everything more complicated.
Does a little bit. Honestly, you're probably better off getting someone to mediate it. It saves a lot of time. Reading takes so long.
Ain't that the truth? Sorry.
Brought together does not advocate not reading.
Well, no, I reckon if I asked Elodie, she'd definitely read a book to me.
Yeah, and she would really enjoy that.
Yeah,
Like, a little too much.
yeah, maybe not.
You hear the door open to the cafe and the little bell jingles as the door was shut after Fluffy left. And a little figure just walks in their school uniform, little cat ears poking up, so sort of looking around as you see Sunny just sort of waltz into the shop, looks at you two, hi, and walks up to the bar, puts a whole load of coins onto the counter. It's like, can I buy? And then she lists about 5 or 6 different types of cake. And if you were to look out the window, you can see there's a small little group of children outside. One of them is a little orcish boy with a black cowboy hat on, and they're all sort of pushed up against the glass, watching Sunny buys a whole load of cakes and some drinks and things, not coffee or anything like that, but like little fruit drinks. And she sort of picks it all up and goes to walk out.
Oi, Sunny.
Yeah.
One thing, come over here quickly.
Yeah, Perry? Hi,
Went to school
Lucy.
today?
Oh.
Have you been to school today?
I have been to school today. Yes, we're on our school break. We are being really responsible and not going to the pits at all.
Okay.
At all.
A, you should definitely come to the pits. I'm going to be fighting Fluffy. It's going to be great. You'd learn a thing or two. Second, has Stacy mentioned me? You gave her my note like days ago, and she's not contacted me.
I did give her the note. She's just been a bit preoccupied apparently, but she's going to the pits, so we're going to the pits as well. We're going to follow her and see what she does when she's there.
Wait, I suggested that we take you to the pits, and she said it was a terrible idea. Is she taking credit for my idea?
Oh no, she doesn't know we're going to the pits. We sneak into the pits all of the time when the priestesses aren't looking. But we know that Sister Stacey Lynn works there, so we want to see what she does when she works there. So we're going to sneak in and have a look.
Okay, that sounds good. Be careful not to be caught, but if you are, punch him in the nose.
I shall do. There's a really famous fighter that's going to be there. He's known as the Heart Piercer, and we're gonna go watch them. Well, I don't know. They're meant to be retired, so we don't actually know if they're going to be fighting or not. But they're going to be there, and if they're going to be there, then we're going to see if we can get them to fight. And she just waffles on for ages about this person.
Go to your friends. Go.
Okay. Goes out of the door and all of the kids are like, yeah, cake, sweets, and then they all sort of walk off in the same direction as what the others did about 20-30 minutes before.
Hey, Lulu.
Oh.
You see that little blue orc?
Mm.
That's Brahm's kid. It's a little sob story.
He's got like a literal like pain face on him, just like. Right.
Half goat, half orc, all scandal.
And Bram knows of this kid's existence?
Yeah, as of the other day when we met up with the bee party and explained the plot.
Oh, God. He's going to be insufferable.
Oh, yeah. Already is.
You know, I was thinking, it's really unfortunate that Sunny keeps coming across the really irresponsible and uninterested in like any sort of parenting every time she's doing something wrong. Because it feels like someone should have probably told her that she shouldn't have done do what she does, but
I'm sure she'll learn if she ever faces the consequences of her actions.
yeah, she'll end up like you.
Is that such a bad thing? Toss his hair.
Honestly, I don't have enough experience with you to have figured out how badly it can go.
Well, I'm only a month old, so, you know, time can only tell.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so you have to go for a scrap?
I mean, I guess. I was going to try and read this book and unlock my dream self's potential. But apparently that's just not happening today.
How long have you got?
There's not really a timer on it, but, you know, I kind of want it done sooner rather than later, because, I don't know.
Well, not that I was over. No, I was listening in. But don't you have like 2 hours? I could go get some more tea.
Wow, you
And we
you
could-
have a really big stomach for liquid.
I do, and eggs. I like eggs
You
and
like
protein, mainly protein.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to be this big.
Yeah, I can see that. A lot of calories. So, okay, you're proposing that you or we go and get lunch and then go to the pits?
We get lunch and we sit in silence for 2 hours while you read your book and I smoke.
I don't know if the DM's going to be happy about that.
That sounds ideal. That sounds like a time skippable,
Exactly.
pleasant
It
time.
sounds wonderful.
No, I'm
But
going to role play through all 2 hours of that.
You must have
I'm not allowed.
conversations.
I'm not allowed to read the book yet.
You underestimate my power of being able to sit comfortably in silence.
Again, it's very Parisian that you're just sitting smoking a cigarette for an hour going,
And to be fair, though, that does actually work out with how the timescale of things happened in the last session. So if you did want to sit there for 2 hours and begin reading the book and sit in silence, then that's perfectly fine. You're more than able to do that.
It's whether Perry can sit in silence for 2 hours. So.
You know what? I want to do a Constitution save.
yeah, roll concentration.
Go for it. Yeah, concentration check. Yeah.
Concentration. What is concentration again? I can't remember.
It's just a constitution saving throw, I believe it is, but the concentration's like 10 plus any damage you've taken or something.
So I got 15. So I
That is very good.
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
you're able to concentrate for the first hour. Now we're only
That's
another
fine.
one for the second hour.
Oh, that's a 5 for a 10.
Oh yeah, you just passed. Meets it, beats it. You're able to concentrate for the full 2 hours on this particular book. As you begin reading it and begin getting deeper and deeper into it, the words themselves begin to sort of blur and fade away, and it becomes more of a voice that's reading the words to you. It's, you know, I don't know if anybody else does this, but when you're reading a book, does anybody sort of like read it out loud within your head? Does that make sense to anybody?
You hallucinate when you read, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can hear two versions of your voice, but in two different sort of tones. Your version, and then someone else's, sort of overlapping each other, and the words themselves begin to, and Lucian will see this as well. The words begin to glow a light purple, and it sort of begins to extend as you begin reading more, and as you hear the voices, or the voice in your head, all of the words begin to highlight up, and your eyes begin to turn purple and start to roll back in your head before the 2 hours, and you sort of like snap yourself out of it. That would have been with that concentration check. Yeah, if you'd failed that, you would have lost. You would have sort of been like in. What's the word I'm looking for? Pulled into it if you'd failed that. So, which would have meant that you would have been unapproachable for a disclosed amount of time.
And then who would Fluffy fight?
Exactly. And then who would Evie play is the question. For the rest of this session, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Or further, as
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you could be in that trance for quite a while. But as you come out of it, you get the sense that if you're going to read this book and try and regain some of your memories, you're going to need a long space of time where there's no interruptions, no missions to go on, no obscene number of plot points that need to be met or anything like that. You just need to sit down in quiet for a number of potentially days
okay.
in order to fully read this book and regain those memories. Because these books are like, or at least this journal is close to 1,000 pages. It's a very big journal.
I've read that in a day.
All right, okay.
You has Perry.
Yeah, I struggled to read 10 pages in a day.
I thought you were going to say Tintin then, and I was like, oh, it can get very dense.
I'm a Brandy Sandy fan. I've been through it.
yeah.
Oof. Okay, but do I get anything from the 2 hours I've spent reading this book? Any information at all?
Read me a wisdom saving throw. In other words, roll me a wisdom saving throw. I don't know why I said
Read
read
to
me. Read to me. Read to me.
19, 21, 22, 23.
Oof.
So within that 2 hours, you don't unlock any memories specifically, but you do know that this particular section, this particular journal that you're reading is the journal of your previous life, the Dragonkin form. You also learn that the other 4 journals that you need to retrieve that are considered the important journals aren't all from that life. They're from 4 different lives.
Cool.
And they're all
That's-
various ages as well.
Okay, that's very different from what Solomon told me. Once again, is that DM era or Solomon era?
Solomon era, probably.
God, I hate that man.
He has a lot going on with all his lies.
All of his lies and his weaving and tripping over things and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, after the 2 hours, I kind of snap it shut. Like, well, that's me read out for the day.
It's like, and I do this quite a lot. You read through the first, well, in 2 hours, you can probably read through 100 pages probably. Yeah. You read through quite a few pages and then your concentration gets broken. You're just like, oh, what happens at the end? And you skip right to the end. And as you sort of flick through the book, you notice that there are different handwritings in different sections of the book. Same handwriting in different styles. So, yes, this was the book of your previous life, but it looks like other lives have had a say-so within this book. All of the ink is older because your previous life was your previous life. So it's like your previous life is sort of written over some of the stuff from previous lives. It's getting confusing. But yeah,
And I think there were notes in the margins from Solomon as well on some bits you said before.
on some bits, yeah. Solomon's written in here as well.
This is going to get confusing.
When you look up, there's like a ridiculous amount of china cups like stacked up like on one another, and then on the other side there's just like a big ashtray like full of cigarette butts, and he's just sort of sat there like, you read for a very long time. Is that normal? The whole glowy shit?
No, that is... At least I don't think it is. It just happens when I read this particular book.
Oh, good. That's very dramatic for book reading.
It's the journal that we got from the cave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. So the special one, but it looks like I'm gonna have to read this for like a few days with very few breaks.
Well,
But
if you
I'm gonna need a
some-
bottle or something. I don't know how it will work, but not for right now. But at least you're done with your food.
Yeah. Well, if you need anybody to sit quietly and make sure everybody else is quiet around you, I'm very good at that.
Okay, I know you are, buddy. Barbarians for life. Yeah. Okay. You've eaten a lot. Do you need to work out as well? I don't know how muscles work.
I could punch stuff, but
Okay, we're gonna go punch stuff in front of small children and some sort of champion. Also, Fluffy will be there.
awesome.
Okay, so you both get up, leave the cafe, and make your way towards the fighting bits. At the same sort of time is when the group of Elodie, Hera, and Bram get to Solomon's with Rodney. Just as Hera and and Udrich as well. Just as Hera and Bram go off towards where the fighting pits is, Rod and Udrich sits down and begins sort of meditating in the way that he sometimes does with the bears, sort of jumping on him. I should also point out for Evie and Mike that the bears have grown bigger now. They're more teenage size. They're growing quickly.
Damn you, Ether.
Maybe something to do with that, yes. But yes, Rodney heads down the stairs, and Elodie, you said you were following behind, and you can see that Rodney's sort of holding on to the wall as he's climbing down, as he's walking down, and he's like, right, yeah.
You said you were feeling fine.
I am feeling fine. I hold on to the wall sometimes. I don't want to slip and hurt myself. Because if I slip and hurt myself, then everybody will be like, Rodney, take it easy.
I'm telling you that now.
I know, but I'm fine at the minute. I don't want to slip and hurt myself. Mr. Solomon! Mr. Solomon! And you just see Solomon go, Rodney, is that you? Oh, Elodie, hello. Oh, you're both here. Oh, good.
Hello.
Where are the others?
They have gone ahead to the fighting pits.
Oh, the fighting piece. Yes, that sounds like a... I've been wondering when you were all going to begin making your way over there. It sounds like that's going to be quite fun. I would like to see you all fight in there at some point, but...
Mr. Solomon, with due respect, we don't really have time for fun right now.
This is very true, and I apologise. What can I do for you?
Well, we actually saw you before and wanted to have a little check-in, and Rodney wanted to come and say hello and have a check-in as well.
Right.
And see how you were getting on. I can see that plans are being made to rebuild the headquarters.
Yes, the architects have sent a young lady named Evelyn to look over the architectural restructuring of the new guild and new guild hall and things. And I was wondering if all of you would like to have a bit of a say in how things are constructed here. And I know there are particular needs that people have, like Rodney, and I'd mentioned to Mr. Solomon before that you like to have your own little space to do your things in the morning, so that could be something that we could incorporate into the new build. You could have your own little area, or if you wanted to still do it, like, you know, have company while I'm cooking and things, we can sort of extend the kitchen area out and just, you know, make it a bit bigger, and you can have your own little corner and we can sit and talk like we normally do, or stand and talk like we normally do while I cook.
That would be very nice, thank you.
Okay, let's put that on the board, Mr. Solomon. Yes, Rodney, I shall do that. Thank you very much. Yes.
I was a little scared. I thought you meant you wanted our advice on construction, and I cannot help you with that. But, yes, we can round up a list of people's needs, or wishes, at least, to see what's practical.
Yes, definitely. Well, we've got about a week or so before the final plans go in, so we can definitely get a idea of what everybody likes during that time. I do have something, actually, and I'm quite glad that you're here, Elodie. After our conversation last night with the Sparrows, I've been going over some things that we may need to get done in order to help us in the fight against the Reavers. And one of the things that I have is I've got 2 missions, basically, that we need to complete in order to help us. One of those missions is going to take a group of you away from the town. Unfortunately, these missions need to be done at the same time, so we can't have all of you go on one and then all of you do the other one. So we're going to have to, I believe the phrase the young people say is split the party.
I think not just young people say that, Mr. Solomon. I think that's just a common turn of phrase.
Well, apparently I'm a lot older than what I originally thought I was, so it's possibly a very young term for me. So, but yes.
Henry seems to manage it.
Yes, I do need to speak to Perry about that at some point. I need to see how they're getting on. Anyway, the first mission that we have is we need some people to go up to a place called Marley's Rest. It's a little island off of the east coast.
Yes, that one. I volunteer.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I have... I'm going to roll a little wisdom check. One sec.
Okay.
No. I need to leave town. The list of names that was read out last night that Kimdak is looking for. I'm on there.
I didn't see your name on there.
Elodie is not my real name, Mr. Solomon.
Okay. Please, you don't need to go any further than that. You don't, unless you feel comfortable with telling me. I do not need to know. That is a secret that you can keep. Probably, you know, it's a secret for a reason. I have definitely learned over the past couple of days that you should keep secrets when you need to, and when you need to tell secrets, you need to tell them. And if this is one you do not feel you need to tell, then you don't need to.
I shouldn't have said anything. Oh.
No, it's fine. I did not hear anything. Did you hear anything, Rodney? What are you on about?
All right. Well, it turns out that Greta, Miss Lighthoof, thinks that she had a look at this, the symbol, and she seems to think that actually there is a herb that grows on that island anyway that that will help with getting rid of it. So it seems a convenient coincidence, actually.
It's probably a good idea, yes. He sort of gives a bit of a disappointed look as he closes his eyes. Dragonthorn.
Yes.
Right.
Why?
It just reminds me of what happened at the top of the mountain, that's all. I would have suggested going up there to get some Dragonthorn, but with it being heavily guarded by the Reavers is not a good idea. So maybe heading to Marley's Rest to pick some up is a good idea. There is a small settlement there of people that live there. I normally have regular contact with the lighthouse keeper there, but I lost communication with them about 3 weeks ago now. So if the secondary mission would be to check in on them, but the primary mission itself is for you to head into the mountain. There is a forge in that mountain. The owner of the forge has not been around for a very long time, but there is an item there that is needed, that Kimdak needs when it comes to the temple. And if we can get that first before any of the Reavers or anything, or whoever Kimdak sends there to get it, then that would give us a massive advantage against him.
To be clear, Kimdak knows it's there.
I believe he knows it's there. We've had word that some units have been sent out from the mountaintop.
Ah, okay. That was going to be my second query, is if Kimdak doesn't know where it is, why should we bring it? It seems silly to bring it here. That's only going to help him, surely.
I mean, if it would only be a matter of time before he found out about it, so we would need to get it and have it in a safe place. And he gestures to the vault that Kimdak hasn't got access to, so that would be the plan. Also, there was something else as well that I needed to mention about it. I would like for Hira to go with you.
Okay.
And Bram as well. I've had word that the Golden Maiden, which is the ship that Bram came in on, will be returning to us very shortly. It's had some issues up that way. Apparently there is a large school of drowners around that area, so the people of Marley's Rest are also in danger. So if you could all help them out, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. We've certainly tried defeating drowners. It went fine. It went totally fine. Yep.
Good. Well, at least you have a little bit of experience with it now. And now, as for Udric, Lucian, and Perry, the mission that I'd like them to go on is a little more home-based. There is a marketplace, underground marketplace that is located just outside of the town. I don't know if you've heard of it at all, but we have a couple of contacts there that we need to establish and sort of get... What's the word I'm thinking of? We need to get an in with them because they are heavily involved with the underground of this town. And if we can...
Crying beggars?
Yes, the crying beggars.
Yes, we're familiar. I think Lucian might already... He seems like a good person to lead with that. And Perry might have found an entrance to the underground.
That would be very helpful if Perry has found an entrance. Brilliant, yes, because if we can get an in with the crying beggars, then that brings us one step closer to getting the journals that Kimdak does not have. Those are the next things that we need to... We already have one of them, and I know Perry is guarding that with their life, so they won't get hold of it. But if they are able to get hold of the...
Mr. Solomon.
Two other journals, yes. He already has 2 journals. Oh, where did those balloons come from?
I don't know. I got excited. We have 2 journals.
Not now, Rodney. Sorry.
Rodney.
Well, I was getting ready for the grand opening. I won't be for a couple of weeks, but
You've got to practice your balloon release, because if you get out wrong, it's so embarrassing.
I was going to practice balloon animals, but it just got away from me. Anyway, yes.
You had one. You had one in the lockbox here that Perry accessed, and then there was the other one that.
That's a different book. It's not one of the 5 journals that Perry needs, or that Kimdak needs for the temple. I don't quite know the specifics of that particular book that's in the lockbox. I know some bits about it, but all I know is one of Perry's older lives told me that must be the last book that they read. And I didn't give much more detail other than that.
All right. Bear with writing.
That's fine.
Carry on.
I also don't know how to get into that lockbox. So, but apparently that is something that Perry will discover as they begin unlocking their memories. And I heard rumor of somebody wanting to throw Aether at it. Please don't do that. I like Merkstead as it is. I don't need it to be a crater in the ground. Again, going off of what a previous Perry has told me.
Noted. Actually, on that, you suggested the other night that I might at some point make use of this library down here.
Yes.
All right. I have a list of things.
Okay.
Before we go away, if there's any of these that you could help dig out that I could start reading through on the journey, if we're going to be going sailing, I'll need something to keep me occupied, right? So, any of Perry's journals that she is done with and does not need, anything to do with the ether research, particularly, anything on symbology, anything on ether and magical items and the potential to combine them, anything to do with the prophecy on the temple, and also the phrase, the ultimate power will... and connected with the Fallen G, anything to do with the Guardians, the Chorus. Have you heard of the Chorus? Do you know what that is? And also, can it be broken? And also, anything to do with the Cult of the Fallen and any potential links to the Imperium. And I think, actually, while you're at it, a full history of the Imperium would be great.
I definitely have a lot of those books that you could read. All of the books that I had in my office were actually duplicates of first editions, which I held down here, so I could... I have full access to all of those.
I wouldn't take a first edition on a boat. Don't be silly.
There is something that I could show you if you're interested.
Well, you can't say it like that and expect me to say no.
At the end of the library, at the end of the vault, there is a doorway. And there aren't many doorways like this that are in the world, but that doorway leads to a library. A grand library. I need to get permission from the owner of the library before I can send you in. Otherwise, you will be killed on the spot if you want to go in there. However, from what...
The Grand Library in Abercathis?
Yes. It is a gate to there.
You can just walk from your vault into the library?
Yes. Where do you think I got most of my books from? I'm friends with the Queen.
Oh.
Just as you do.
Of course. Yep.
Although I have been warned that I'm not to use it as a regular transport, so when we do have a mission that does require us to go to Abercathis, we are going to have to go the long way, not through the gateway. Otherwise, we will all be punished for it.
Or what if that mission involves going to the library?
Then we have to go the long way, unless the Queen gives us permission.
Then why are you showing me this door? It's like you showed me a giant lemon cheesecake and then told me I couldn't eat it.
Lemon cheesecake? Well, I mean, if you want, I can get you access to the library itself, but you're not allowed to leave the library if you were to use that access point. Would be the
No
thing.
problem, I wouldn't want to.
So if you want to go there, you can in order to read up on more things. When it comes to Aether-based stuff, especially from Perry's point of view, that is very much in the journals that we don't have, and the journal that Perry currently does. All of the books that are in the vault at the minute that are Perry's are all from previous lives that didn't have any scientific significance when it came to Aether. All of these ones that Kimdak wants do. So we need to get those in order to learn more about the research that Perry had discovered during their lives. In terms of fusing items with Aether, I would prefer not to look into that any further, because Aether is not something that we should mess around with at all. Look what it has done to creatures that you have come up against. Imagine something goes wrong with that. I'd rather not have that on my conscience that I gave you access to the ability to do something like that.
Suppose we have this blob in your vault that seems to... I would like to continue my research with it a little bit, if you'll allow. If you think combining it with magical items is too dangerous, then fair enough, but
I would
once
just be
we have
cautious. Cautious with what you do with it is my concern.
What if it's used to stop Kimdak?
As long as the price is not too high. I did not ask for all of you to join the mercenary company to you, and there will be certain people who will feel differently of this next statement, but I did not bring you all in to use you as cannon fodder. And
But you did bring us all in knowing that we're connected to larger things at play here.
Some of you, yes. You, for example, I did not know that you were the person that I had sent Lilith to go find. If I still don't know if you are the person that I sent Lilith to go find. Could have just been a happy coincidence that she bumped into you. And then the other person that I sent them to find is now within their clutches. I don't know.
Well, due respect, Mr. Solomon, I don't believe that that's a coincidence.
It feels like it's written in... I don't know. Anyway, so yes, if you'd like to read all of that stuff, you can. There was something else you asked me, and I can't quite remember because you spouted quite a lot very quickly. And I'm old. Older than I thought.
The chorus?
The chorus, right. I've heard of the chorus. Abercathus's library is where you would probably need to go to read on that. Being the oldest city on this rock world, it would probably have something on it.
All right. Cult of the Fallen, links to the Imperium, and why they are working with Kimdak. If we were believing that what he is doing is just to bring his wife back, then why are they working with him? Because that seems like a petty, small-scale thing. If the Imperium is involved, then surely what he is aiming to do has the possible power to change the world.
This is something that I wanted to talk to you all as a group about, and something that I didn't want to bring up in front of the Sparrows, but because if I brought it up in front of the Sparrows, then they would want to take immediate action, and there is still part of me that believes that Kimdak can be redeemed. But I will tell you now that Kimdak made an alliance. I've overheard, when I was up there, I overheard Kimdak speaking, and he made an alliance with the Imperium and with the Cult of the Fallen to gain their resources. He's basically using them as a means to his end, and it sounds like they're doing the same.
That's the direction of help that I'm more concerned about.
Yes. The fact that Savannah is involved, she was a former party member who basically started the Rising. I don't know if you're aware of that. But she controls an army of undead in the city of Aeodrun. All of the undead that were pushed back now reside within that city and within its catacombs. Hundreds of thousands of undead there. But for some reason, they don't push back out. I've heard of mutations being done at the camp. Experiments trying to master the splicing of aether and creature DNA, as it were. We've seen how that can naturally work when it comes to the bear father, the father bear. And from the reports that I read on the Red Shadow, they've been trying it on undead that they have access to at the moment. If they were able to somehow infuse all of the undead in Aeodrun with aether, they could take over the world, probably.
Assuming that Savannah can keep control of the undead.
She carries with her a relic known as the Undying Circlet. It's the thing that basically started the Rising. While wearing it, she can control any undead with just a thought.
That is concerning. Why would someone make that?
hubris, I believe is the term.
All right. Sorry. You asked me to give people missions, and
Please.
I word vomited at you with requests for research.
Everybody is allowed to word vomit every now and then. It's okay. I didn't understand a word of what you two just said, but I'm just over here getting myself a little kitchen set up so that I can make some more lemon cheesecake.
That is a good point, actually, Mr. Solomon. If we are to be leaving, do you know how soon do you think we ought to be heading out?
I'd like to give you all a little bit of time to rest and recuperate. I feel like the past few days have been very full on. In terms of those of you who need to leave the town, we need to wait for the Golden Maiden to get here first, and then Bram will need to speak to the captain, as Bram has a working relationship with the captain to get passage on the ship. So about a week, I'd say.
All right, so we're leaving in 1 week, and we think it'll take about the same to get there.
Yes.
That will give me time to do some reading then.
Yes, reading and purchase any items, request any upgrades from Ingrid at the blacksmiths at the Hammer and Anvil. Anything that you need to get done before, any preparations you need to get done before you leave, please make sure that you all oversee all of that.
And spend some time at Goggle Springs as well.
Yes. You've still got the keys for that, yes?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure you don't trash the place. I don't believe you will, but just please don't trash the place. I don't want the family to come back and sort of not be very happy with us because we didn't look after the place.
I don't think we could, even if we wanted to. Did you know that Agatha Gogglespring had a mother?
Of course, yes, and I know her grandmother as well, Agnes. They're
Agnes?
great friends of the family, of my family. Agnes was fought in the Vermin Wars that happened 50 odd years ago now. Tough as boots, old lady, but I was sad when the entire family moved away.
Why did they move?
They had some business opportunities come up in Ostragos. Ostragos likes to keep a lot of the Magitech sort of stuff to themselves. So that it was just better for them to head up that way to try and get as much of that stuff as they could.
Oh, that's a shame. I would like to meet them someday.
They'll come back eventually. I mean, they gave us the keys. I didn't say and said to pretty much leave the shop as it is. So they have intention to come back.
Just so you know, Josh, I rolled a 10 on deception.
Okay. I mean, his natural insight is a lot higher than that, but I'll just roll just in case. Yeah, I rolled pretty high. He just his eyes just squint at you for a moment, but he doesn't push it.
Okay, well, Rodney, you wanted to go to the fighting pits, right?
Oh yeah, I definitely do want to go to the fighting bits. I need to let this lemon cheesecake set anyway, so yeah, let's go.
All right. Not a huge fan of walking around town anymore, but if you're with me, I'm sure it will be fine. Oh, actually, do you have... Oh no, this is just a library down here. Did you have any clothes down here as well, Mr. Solomon?
I do have some clothes down here, yes. Are you
You got
looking
a hat?
I have a hat, yes. What sort of hat are you looking for?
I don't know, something that covers my hair.
I have hats, I have scarves, I have a plethora of things you could select if you'd like.
Let's stick with a hat. I don't think any of your jackets will fit me.
Right. Now, I know I'm a dwarf, but, you know, I'm not much smaller than you are. You know, you are, what, average height?
I am above average height, Mr. Solomon.
You're over 6 foot tall. That's weird.
I mean, you can... my jacket will definitely fit you shoulder-wise, but I don't know why I'm going into the aspects of clothing in this session. Yes, please just help yourself to the trunk over there.
Thank you.
Oh, 10 more minutes about clothing. What's the cut of the jacket?
She'll have a look at a different jacket, and but if it looks like bright red jacket to go with dark blue trousers and it looks strange, then she won't wear it. It'll just be anything that looks like a normal outfit and not a I have thrown this on kind of thing.
And now we come to the 10-minute clothing montage. Can you roll me an investigation check, please?
Yeah, sure. 14.
14. As you go through, you pick up a jacket that looks very similar to the sort of jacket that your character's wearing in the artwork. Very similar. But it's a horrible red colour.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not very nice. And you go to put it, you look away from it and go to put it down. And as you go to look back to pick something else up, you still got your hand on it. It's now blue.
Oh. Interesting. Well, I suppose actually blue is not helpful because that's very similar to what I'm wearing already.
What colour is helpful?
Green?
There's like a shimmer over the coat and it changes to a darker green.
Has he done it, or has the jacket done it because I've thought of it?
The jacket's done it because you thought of it. You can add a glimmer coat to your inventory or whatever the item is called on D&D Beyond. The one that you can choose to change its aspects and things.
Nice.
Coat.
She does a little bit of a twirl and then swoops her hair up and kind of puts a little... It's like a Victorian paperboy cap on as well.
Oh, that was one of the previous adventurers that used to work here before they retired many years ago. Now they left a whole load of clothes here, so you're more than welcome to take that.
Fair enough. Does it smell musty?
No.
Okay.
Everything else does, but that doesn't.
Fancy. Thank you. Come along, Rodney.
Yeah, fight in pit. Oh, I hope Lucian's there. I'd love to give him a little bit of a 1-2-1-2.
You're not supposed to be fighting.
Can I at least give Perry an arm wrestle?
No, all right. That doesn't involve your leg.
Yeah, and then Thaddeus is going to be... Thaddeus and I have got to have round 3 of our drinking competition.
Which one was Thaddeus?
He was the dragon one with the blue snout.
Fluffy. Sorry.
Do you call him Fluffy?
Oh, well, Perry does, and that was the only name that I really remembered.
Oh, I'm 100% going to have to use that against him. Oh, he's going to hate that. He cracks his knuckles and begins.
You didn't hear that from me. Let's go.
Yep. And as you walk up the stairs and you and Rodney begin to make your way to the fighting pit, we are going to, and I'm sorry about this, Tom, but we are going to come back.
To break, yeah.
We're not coming to break yet. We're just going to quickly come back to Perry and Lucian because they get there just before you do. Just before you do.
Time.
What is time? And as both Lucian and Perry enter into the arena, you can see on the left-hand side as you enter into the tent, there is a elven woman stood behind a desk. Perry, you've been here plenty of times to use the training facilities. You know this person to be the quartermaster, and they set up all of the functions and things. The tent itself is on the outside, obviously. It looks bigger on the inside, not because it's magical, but because the tent extends out into a cave that goes into the mountain, and that's where the arena itself is. But you've never really been in that part. You've been more in the training area, which is within the tents itself. Oh, yes. Peripatea, it's good to see you. Are you here to participate in some training again? I did hear word that Guard Captain Thaddeus was looking to challenge a scythe-wielding person to a fight. I also have down here that somebody else is looking to challenge somebody wielding a scythe as well.
Somebody else? I was only aware of Fluffy.
Yes, Josh can't speak. His name is Ulfar. He is a dockman.
Walrus person.
Avari, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, I've got to ask that guy some questions anyway, so I guess I can beat it out of him in front of thousands.
How do you keep making so many friends?
This is one from a previous life. I think I might have slept with his wife. I'm not sure.
Nice.
I guess.
Oh, Perry, Lucy. And as Sunny sort of sneaks up behind you, she's like, oh, you're both here. Look, come with me, quickly, come this way. And she's hugging on both of your arms.
Fights, Sharon.
It's Quartermaster, thank you, but I will mark you down for both fights. And
You have a name.
I do, but the DM hasn't come up with a name. It's like the Quartermaster is like the Nurse Joy of the pits. They're always the same looking person throughout, and they're just called Quartermaster.
No, and they're
Crises
now
is
all called Sharon.
And
They're
yeah,
all
they're
called
now all called
Sharon.
Sharon the Quartermaster. Okay,
Yeah.
that has been spoken into the world, and that will be unlike hollow boned elves.
I never get to have any fun.
You've put plenty into this world, Tom.
I'll
Ari being one of them.
I'll take some things out of them.
Sunny pretty much grabs both of your arms and drags you round into what looks to be the sort of little side area where some of the more VIP people stand and sort of watch the games and things. And you can see there is a man sitting behind a desk with a long queue of people. He's signing some things as they are approaching. This man is, looks like a statue. His muscles are perfectly sculpted, lovely tan skin, long, shining blonde hair. He's got sort of like that very classical beauty look to him, very much like a Grecian, like the Grecian sort of statues, that sort of thing. Perry, you notice that he's got a very golden glow about him that's sort of almost unnatural. And he's wearing basic traveler's clothes. Well, I say basic. They're very flamboyant. They've got the sleeves have got frills coming off of them. The trousers have got like massive like flares, like 80s style flares, and he's got long knee-high boots. He very much looks like a wrestler. And if anybody would like a comparison as to what wrestler he looks like, look up Shawn Michaels. That's what he looks like, basically. And you can see his long hair is tied up into a ponytail, and people are handing him things and he's signing them, and there's a big sign behind him that says Heart Piercer with an exclamation point. That's
Does he have
him.
a very punchable face?
So
It looks like he has a very punchable face, yes. Like very-
decapitatable.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got a really squishy face.
He's really cool. He used to do really awesome fights. He was really acrobatic, and he'd run and he'd jump and he'd fly through the air, and he had this really cool move where it's like the really sweet music kick thing, and he kicked people in the face with it. I was really trying not to use the actual name of the move because that could be IP infringement. So, but yes, and he kicks people. There we go. The lovely Shawn Michaels, and he's really good. And I got told lots and lots about him by Rodney.
Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lulu.
I think that. Oh yes, there's a plot where Fiend Fallen and Angel Blessed are being gone after by Kimdak. It's a whole thing. Think that person might be Angel Fallen. Do we have a duty to warn him about people looking for Angel Fallen, Angel Blessed, or whatever in this town? I don't think we do, but I just don't want to
know.
stand in line.
Why don't we let Sunny interact with him? If he's polite to her, we'll warn him. If he's rude to her, we won't.
Good test.
Wait, you'll stand in queue with me so I can speak to the Heart Piercer.
Oh, do I have to stand in the queue with you?
I won't talk to you at all while we're stood there.
Just a little lesson. I'm not gonna don't make promises you can't keep.
I promise. Oro, come here, quick. little orc boy runs over. Yes, honey. Mr. Lucian said that he'll stand with us in the queue so we can meet the Heart Piercer. But we're not allowed to talk to Mr. Lucian, but we can talk to each other. Oh, yeah, no, that sounds really cool. I'd love to meet him, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, let's do that. Thank you, Mr. Lucian. Perry, are you going to stay with us? Please say you'll stay with us.
So
He just turned run.
yeah, so I literally walked away. See you at the front. I'm just going to bugger off while they wait and circle back.
Yeah, so, Lucian, you stand there in queue to see the Heart Piercer, while Perry disappears around the front to look for somewhere to fight, looks for the arena area to fight either Ulfar or Fluffy. That's the moment where we see Bram and Hera enter into the arena. The fight then starts with them. Perry, it's completely up to you if you watch this particular fight while waiting for yours, but you witness Hera and this hooded figure fight each other, and at the last moment the hood falls back and you can see an orcish woman stood there. Looks like she's about to go down but doesn't, and you hear that there's a heated conversation between the two, and then Bram, you can see your mother sort of having words with Hera, but not loud enough for the audience to hear.
I am going to try and get to the backstage area. I'm also interested in the fact that we can seem to challenge each other, so it's a bit like, her, I want to fight her, / have a conversation. Because how best to have a family reunion than in the ring, and then just be, it's me, your baby boy! Oh, you broke my nose.
As you begin to make your way down towards where the back area is, something happens in the conversation between your mother and Hera, and your mother just jumps back with the hammer in the air. You watch as it ignites in flames, and she just brings the hammer down on the floor, which causes an eruption of flames to just... Hera gets fully engulfed in the flames and is thrown backwards. Obviously, Hera is very resistant to fire, so isn't actually injured from it, but it seems it was used more as a smoke screen, and when the flames dissipate, your mother is no longer there. You've never seen your mother do something like that. Hera is quickly rushed out to the back, and you can see as the curtain is pulled back for the infirmary area, you can see Sister Stacelin is there with like bedpan and things, like holding rags, like as if she's moving stock around out the back, sort of thing, as Hera is rushed into the back.
Yeah, no, I'm still going. Yeah, no, I'm going to keep chasing my mother. I think I'm kind of abandoning Hera, really. Okay. Hera's resilient. Hera's taken a lot. Hera can probably talk. I'll talk to Hera later. She'll understand why I'm upset. She won't understand. That's not my problem. I'm okay. Yeah, no, he's not really thinking. He's just like, it is that sort of thing of like going, cool. Okay, is there a back way? No, I'll go that way.
Make me a perception check, please.
Coolest of beans. Perception check. 22.
22. So the flames rising up acted like a combination of a smoke screen and a flashbang. So as you shake and reorientate your eyes from what's happened, your mother's instantly gone. Watch Hero get pulled away, but your focus is trying to find her. You look around everywhere, and as you look out towards where the exit is to the pits that leads out into the town itself, you can just watch as a large orc woman with just pulling her hood up walks out of the tent. Not running, just walks out of the tent.
Orcish adrenaline rush, a dash, I'm going after her.
Move and dash. Your movement will be slightly slowed because there are a lot of people around at the moment. A few people are slightly panicked from what's happening, but you can get out there.
How nice am I as a person, Josh?
I mean, Tom yourself is absolute delight, and Bram is a sweetheart and not a poppet at all.
No, because...
Or mean to anybody, ever.
Excuse me.
I mean, there is that one thing about your best friend that you left in the swamps for 5 years without even going back to check to make sure if they're okay, but...
I have absolutely no memory of who you're talking about.
This is a good point.
Yeah, so if you're gonna come for me, make sure you come for my actual sins, you know. But yes,
Scarlet somewhere is just fuming.
Yep,
it's fine.
Scarlet has entered the chat. Oh no!
I can't help it if people go into torpor. It's not my fault. People become big statues for 5 years. Anyway, Bram is not going to like elbow people. is moving, considering he's a larger person, but sort of like is very much like, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. So don't want to push that child over. Yeah. So you're saying by the time I get out, she's gone.
By the time she gets out, by the time you get out, sorry, she's not fully gone. She's not within eyesight, but you can quickly pick up that there are tracks that lead up a passageway that leads up into the mountains, which is not very well trodden because people don't really want to go up towards where the Reavers live. So you pick up using your 22 to spot that.
Last, I got a kid. And I turn back round and I'm just like, all right.
Are you sure you don't want to give chase?
I mean, yeah, of course.
Feed me that nugget.
Yeah, I absolutely want to give chase, but also we have split the party so much. And
Is this the point like where you're staring down the road after to Elodie and Rodney just kind of pop up and be like, "Hey, Bram, what's going on?"
Arr!
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like pointing up. So, Hera won her fight against my mother, who's just gone up the mountain.
Your mum's here. Oh, that's really cool. Family reunion.
My mum wearing Imperium armor.
That's not good.
No.
Oh, did you know?
No. Well,
Okay.
yeah. It's a bad idea to wander off, isn't it, Elodie? It's a bad idea to just go running off into the mountains by yourself.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I heard a story one time of somebody wandering off into the mountains with a group of people. The group of people came back, but that person didn't.
No.
Apparently got thrown from the cliff.
That sounds horrible. I'm sure whatever reasons they had to doing that, they had it in the best intentions.
Yeah.
They weren't missing major life events.
I mean, what they did was pretty honourable, I'd say, but yeah.
I don't know if you're helping, Rodney.
No, it got them killed, and that's what happens when you're honourable.
I didn't hear that part of the story. I thought they just went missing.
Well, you know, they got thrown off. That's not what we're fighting pit.
Did she see you? When was the last time that you saw her?
I saw her about, to my memory, about 6 years ago. I've got a period that's missing. I had absolutely no idea where she was, and it turns out she went across the sea, and now she's back. And now I assume she's working with points up the mountain. Which,
Oh.
yeah.
How far ahead was she?
Not, I could probably have made it, but I just...
Oh, we stopped you.
No, you didn't stop me. I just... Points to Rodney. People shouldn't just wander up mountains, especially as we're trying to keep that balance going.
You saw her here at the fighting pit, so we could ask how frequently she's here, and you could try and
I could
catch
get
her
her.
ahead of time next time.
Smart, clever. Yeah. Also,
say
we
so.
probably should go check Hera because she just pillar fired. My mum used it as a sort of like escape. Yeah, no, we should go check Hera.
Okay. Yep.
Good to see you up and around, Rodney.
Yeah, no, it's good. I was looking forward to coming to the fighting pits. There's a guy here that I really want to see. He's called the Heart Piercer. Oh, I'm really looking forward to meeting him. He's signing things. I've got a little bit of paper from a fight that I saw him in when I was younger, and I really like him to sign it. So,
Can I roll history because I might have picked up on
you can roll history if you like. Yeah.
Yeah. Good God, it's another nat 20 for 22. Tell me the full history of this Adonis of a man.
You've heard of Heartpiercer when you did your brief stint in the arena up in Grimport. He was mentioned a few times up there. At that point, he was getting to the point where he was needing to retire. He was still trying to do the fights, but he was less of a smash face type of arena fighter and more of a performance So it was more, the fights were more about storytelling and a little more scripted than what Hera just took part in, which was more head-on smashing each other. But
He does stage combat.
yes, basically stage combat. You know, hitting people with the blunt end of the rapier and all that sort of stuff.
It's how it works.
Flat side, the blunt side. It's fine.
All of the triggering things. Yes, but he was getting to an age where he was still trying to do it and was starting to botch moves, and people were starting to get hurt from it. And it was like they were calling for him to retire. That's the sort of thing that you heard about him. But his career itself was one of the most legendary careers that there have been in the pit. One of.
Right. Well, no, I never actually got to see him fight, but I hear he was one of the greats. So.
Yeah, I saw him fight quite a few times. He's an amazing storyteller, really good dancer as well, and his moves just look absolutely fantastic. I'd really like to get the chance to meet him and shake his hands. It's him. He was the reason that I ended up joining the Aslorian military when it came to fighting in the Rising. So I'd really like to get to thank him for that.
So he was doing like getting people into the military. He was sort of doing pomp and vigor kind of. Right.
Oh no! He wasn't like doing a recruitment drive or anything like that. But it was just the way that he fought. And what he stood for was like, I want to stand for something like this, and that's why I chose to stand and fight for my country.
Wow. Well,
not any reason because I was forced to, because I wasn't. I actually volunteered. I was.
Why would you say it like that if you weren't?
Yeah, Bram,
because there were people that were
very quietly.
There were people that were conscripted, but there were people that were exempt from being conscripted because they did key work positions, and I was one of those key workers, you might want to call it. But I chose to volunteer because I wanted to serve my country because of what I saw Mr. Heartpiercer do. And I'd like to thank him for that, because I wouldn't be where I am today without him.
One of Bram's eyes just flicks down to the leg and flicks up again. It's like, no, well, I'm sure you'd love to meet a fan. Slightly talking less about people who probably want to do performances. I saw a flash of like white hair and a scythe, so I guess Perry is here.
That's where Perry went
and has signed up. I don't know. She's got a cool. I tried to get Hera to go do like a cool fighting name, which would like Heartpiercer, but
that makes sense.
No, but she just very much went. Hera is a good name, and so she's fighting it. Yeah.
I mean, you'd think that she was Bram there. Bram was there for the conversation, yes, but Rodney was not.
Which conversation?
About Hera's title.
I was missing for a part of the conversation because I was upstairs getting given tea.
I think you just get like, I suppose it would be awkward for her if she's had... Sorry, words just completely gone from my head. I suppose it would be hard for her if she has had intimidating titles before.
That my mother also very loudly just shouted to the people of this town,
Oh.
Yeah. So whatever kind of like pretext and like hidden stuff, a lot of secrets are just getting thrown out at the moment. Hopefully people don't know what that means, but
I bet Lucian would be thrilled if he were here.
Well, I where the heck is he? Probably should go find him at some point.
Yes, I promised Rodney to bring him here to the fighting pits, but yes, I might go check on Lucian, see if he's still in the infirmary later.
Yeah. Well, let's go. I need to like calm down a bit. Not,
of course.
Stay with you, go. It just, no.
What do you need? Do you need to fight?
It might help. I don't know. Yeah, no, because I signed up again at the same time that Hera did. Do you want to? There's other.
Oh,
No, that's fine. Nice hat though. I'm glad you joined the hat club. That's.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Keeps their hair hidden. Yeah. Also, look at this cool jacket.
Is it changing colour? I'm just like.
Yeah, I think there's just it's green, but there's a little like as she spins, there's a little sort of flash of yellow.
Oh, wow. That is
It's a cunning disguise, you see, just in case any of the Reavers come here.
very smart. Looks down at the red scarf. Yes, no, a bit of disguise is not a bad idea. Anyway, let's go. Let's go.
Come on, Rodney, let's find your hero.
Yeah, Rodney, let's go.
I can see a sign to him over there. And as Bram and Elodie make their way towards the desk to see about potential fights, we do a quick brief look of Perry, who is sort of looking at people to fight, and we'll come to that after the break. But as that's happening and as Perry is approached by Fluffy, we just come back to Rodney, who is making his way around the corner to where there is signing to be done. And he, Lucian, I didn't realise you liked Harpies. We can talk about it all the way up until you've got to meet him. And he walks over to you. Lucian's here, by the way. And that's where we're going to go to break. Thank you very much, everybody. We are going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. We shall see you in a little bit. Goodbye. Welcome back, everybody. We have taken our short rest and we are going to dive into the next half of tonight's session. In the first half, our group were pretty fractured and all over the place. Eventually, everybody came to the pits. Elodie was given some missions by Solomon to give out to the others, which will be done, and basically told that you've got 7 days until we need to start doing these missions. So that's the downtime that the players are going to get. We're finally going to get past day 4 or day 5 or whatever day it is we're on.
We've not known each other a week.
Yay!
All our trauma has just been vomited out.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's what happens. Anyway, Bram saw his mother in the arena, who disappeared in a column of fire. Hero is currently being looked after by Stacelyn, and Bram went to chase after his mother to find that she had slipped up a pathway that leads up towards the mercenary company before bumping into Elodie and Rodney, who have come here to find the others. Rodney explains that there is a gentleman here called the Heart Piercer, who is a famous performer in the pits around the continent, and Lucian is currently looking after Sunny and little Orc Boy Oro, who are currently queuing to meet the Heart Piercer, and that is where we are going to come back into it, as Rodney's walked around the corner and go, "Hey, Lucian, you like the Heart Piercer as well, do you? Oh, do you mind if I stand next to you and we can talk? We can talk about him, and we can discuss all of his different moves that he likes. Oh, hello, Sonny. Oh, hello, little Oro. Yeah." And he walks over to you and sort of stands to you and starts talking to you.
And the better word is talking at Lucian.
Pretty much, yeah.
Doesn't give very much back, but in fact, at some point he just picks up Oreo and places him in between him and Lucian, almost just like there you go. That's something that will talk back.
Yeah, you do that, and Rodney did shout just before the break that Lucian was here, which Elodie and Bram would have heard. As you both.
I was walking over with Rodney.
Oh, so you're with Rodney. Okay,
yeah,
so you're
yeah.
with Rodney, and Bram, you were walking over to the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you wanted to ask some questions about your mother, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Elodie, you've walked over with Rodney, and you can see Lucian stood there.
Yeah. Again, Rodney is doing all the talking, so Elodie is just kind of looking at Lucian like,
Edie, do you like the Heart Piercer as well?
I have no idea who the Heart Piercer is. Do you want to tell me about him?
Guy right over there. Do you want to come and meet him? He might sign something. Oh, that's a really nice coat you've got on. It's the colour looks really. Why is it changing colour? That's so cool.
It's not changing colour right this second. It's settled green in front of.
Oh, it
what?
is.
No, I'm trying to keep it under control.
You've tried to, but you've got a menagerie that's
Lots of different opinions.
Team.
Differing opinions. No, this colour looks better on you.
Make it pink. Make it blue. Make it green.
And eventually it just settle on green. Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Solomon gave it to me.
Oh, hey, Mr. Solomon, I've heard that he's got some really cool stuff in his little area that he lives. I need to go down there and have a look at some point.
There's a great costume box down there.
Oh, bro, did you hear that? There's a really cool costume box down there. really
I would
long.
ask him to bring it up, though. I think there's a lot of... Wait, wisdom saving throw. Elodie stops herself from saying there's a lot of dangerous things down there in front of children who might get excited.
Let her have a hammer.
I think it might be polite to ask him to bring the box up to you, though.
Okay. I will definitely ask him that.
Sonny?
Yes, Edie?
Number one, my name is Elodie, by the way.
Edie.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you know. Sure.
Yeah.
And you're not lying to me, are you?
No.
Because if you are, I would have to tell Rodney not to give you any lemon cheesecake that he's just made today.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I made lemon cheesecake today.
But it's not for people who lie.
Okay, I was going to sneak down there and have a little look.
Just elbow Bram.
Brum's not technically fully there.
Okay.
Brum is also unwilling to be near the orc boy.
Sure.
Yeah. I made a promise. Tom is making all sorts of faces across the room.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't think my mum would like me sneaking down there, Sonny, so maybe we don't, especially now that she's home. Okay, Aurora, we won't do that. I mean, we won't do that. No, I won't do
There was
that,
a
I
squint.
promise.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Elodie will try and debuff a lot of the chatter away from Lucian, but occasionally flash him a sort of slightly beleaguered grin. She really does not care that much about about pro fighting.
At some point, when he stood behind it, he's definitely going to point at Aurora and point at the hat.
And
And
you'll get like, I know.
And then just something I didn't think I did him.
Okay, I'm not going to get into that conversation right now.
This is the perfect opportunity for you to sneak away if you want to, Lucian.
Oh, I need to see if this guy's a dick or not, because we need to decide whether we're going to warn him.
Okay, no, you can stay there if you want to. Yeah, the queue is
Yeah.
getting... You're probably about 5 people away from him as we move over to Bram, who is just outside at the reception desk with the quartermaster, Sharon, the quartermaster.
Thank you. Respectful.
Respectful.
Mr.
Broken Shield. that's
Broken
me.
Shield. Sorry, I was trying to remember what it was. Mr. Broken Shield, it's good to see you. Are you looking to take part in any fights?
I am. I'm also interested. The competitor who fought the beefling hero just now. She needs a title.
Yes, that was a very hot fight.
It was scorching. Her competitor. Who was that?
I don't actually know. New competitor. I have their notes here. Bear with me one moment. And
No problem.
she pulls out another diary because she started a new one of signs and she flicks through. There we go. And she turns that around to you and points it to you. And it says O'Brenner. And then it has her battle name next to her. Just says O'Brenner, doesn't say anything else. In terms of name.
No. So just her name is O'Brenner.
Her name says O'Brenner, but then her title says War.
We get the Kill Bill. Just zoom in and I'm like, oh, War. That's one hell of a fighting name, right?
It was, yeah. I was slightly concerned about the type of armor she was wearing, but she insisted that she picked it up on the way here. So,
Would it be possible to issue a challenge to War here?
yeah, I could definitely put a request in. I mean, it all depends on whether she comes back, and then if she comes back, then a notification will be sent to yourself to say that your challenge has been either accepted or denied. That could take days, and it could take hours, days, weeks, months.
Well,
Depends on when she comes back.
Well, quite. I'd like to issue a challenge.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely do that. And Marx pulls out another book which says challenges, opens it out, and you can see there's a whole load of challenges that have got like 2 different names on, and then a tick or a cross next to it, tick or a cross next to it. As it goes down, some are left blank where people haven't answered, and she writes down Broken Shield versus War request, and then leaves that bit blank. Okay, I'll get that request sent out today at the end of the day.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I might also be interested in just maybe a general scrap, something.
Do you happen to... I've seen you come in and out of here with a few different people. Now, I know your friend Hira is currently in the infirmary being treated, so I know they're off the table at the moment, but we have had a request for a group fight. Not so much a performance, but an actual fight.
Oh.
Our regulars have requested this.
What's the limitations? What's the numbers?
Oh, it's any number between 2 and 4 people, depending on how many people enter from the opposite team. So your team, if you choose to enter, depending on how many people you enter with, their team will change because they have enough members.
So who's the opposition then?
It's Guard Captain Thaddeus, his wife Thena. We also have Zed, who is one of the who is the lieutenant of the guard, and then also the herbalist Greta.
I think I'd be interested in taking part in that challenge.
Okay, well, you need to get yourself a team together.
I will. Thank you, Quartermaster. I think I might be able to get, as I look across at the rest, at least 2 of my party across the room. I think I might.
Elodie just kind of squatting down, chatting animatedly to your son.
The Kill Bill zoom in happens again really quickly. I'm just like, and then also I'm like, it's Elodie, it's fine.
You know, when you say it's fine, you know it's Lucian. Just next.
Again, Tom's favourite little gag when someone appears in the camera, like I'm looking, and then Lucian just looks at me and is like, "Hey,
what you staring at?"
Why are you over there, boy?
And then you just happen to turn and look in the opposite direction where you know Perry went, and you can just see through the curtains Perry stood there as Thaddeus, Thena, Zed, and Greta all approach you, Perry. And Thaddeus or Fluffy, folds his arms and, see you came then. We've requested a team game. He sort of rolls his eyes, and you can see that Thena is stood next to him with a bit of a smirk on her face. We have requested a team game to test the new blood. You up for it?
Oh, you need backup. That's so cute.
No, I don't need backup. If you choose to enter into the fight with a group of people, I have requested that we be left to fight on our own while everybody else fights.
Why not 4 against 1? Let's go.
And then Thena just steps forward and sort of flicks her hair. I don't think you'll be able to take all of us, darling.
You don't know what I've got up my non-existent sleeves.
I like you. You're fun.
I am, aren't I? I know.
And then you just watch as the hooded figure, Zed, steps forward. He looks you up and down, but doesn't say anything, and turns to Greta, who is kind of, her vision is sort of turned and is looking at Bram, who is looking at you.
And now my vision is looking at Greta, and just like, once again, just staring at each other. Then I think I look back to Perry to see if I can get Perry, and I'm like, fight useful? Yeah?
Yes, I'm sorry, dearie, but if you want to fight my husband or any of us, you're going to need a team to do it.
I mean, first of all, don't call me dearie. Please.
Oh, you
Second
requested nicely. I won't call you it anymore. It means you asked nicely.
Much appreciated, Mrs. Fluffy.
I actually quite like that name. Oh, God, really? Okay.
I have a gift. I can see people's true names.
Can we just get on and fight or what? I'm getting antsy.
Fine. Bram!
Oddly enough, you can hear that through the crowd of people.
she's got they've got a very piercing voice. I'll give it to that. It's like, excuse me, sorry.
Oh, I'm signing you up for a team game. I shall get that down. Just 2 members, or would you like more?
Hold on. 3, maybe 4. Can we come back to you in a moment?
Yep, just come back to me before. Come back to me in the next 15 minutes to let me know what your final configuration of party members is.
Thanks, Quartermaster.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I do Felix Perry. Afternoon. I believe that you issued a challenge, and we are going to attempt to meet it.
How many of you do you want to fight with? Just the 2 of you, or is there more of your lot that you want to fight with?
Lulu's around here somewhere.
Side eye. Noted. Also, Elodie, but we don't know if Elodie wants to actually get physical, really.
She will. She needs breaking in a little bit for battle, but we've already started. She was fighting some drowners just like, was that today or yesterday? I can't remember.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Fought some drowners. Very good.
I sort of tend to the evidence. She's got a gun. Is that by the rules? We okay with?
I've got a bow and arrow, dear, so...
Hey, it's worth checking.
Just to clarify, this is to the death?
Oh, no. It's Thaddeus steps forward here and goes, it's simulated to the death, but there's a magical barrier that is put over your body, so you still take the damage, but you can't actually die from it.
Good, because I have a bad habit of cutting people in half. Sometimes I intend to do it, sometimes I don't. So, just to clarify.
So if we can avoid that, that'd be great. I think
that's
goes
because I have a habit of shocking people to death, so...
I've used your sword. I doubt that could shock anyone to death. It'd be more the cutty bit. Anyway.
Dear, I've told you you're really bad at giving the smack talk. Can we just leave this now until we get into the arena? Yes, I do need to work on it, and fine, we shall leave it. We will see you in the pit.
Wait, one moment. Mrs. Fluffy.
Yes.
There's another person who's challenged me to a fight today, and it's this walrus guy who seems to really not like me. Do you know this guy's deal?
Ulfar challenged you.
Sorry, the name keeps escaping me. But that's the guy.
That's very strange. He's never challenged anybody to a fight before. It's normally people challenge him because he's like an enigma around these parts. It's very odd that people normally just challenge him. Yeah, he's never challenged anyone before. I mean, I take that as a compliment if I were you.
Noted. He might actually want to kill me. We'll see. That's half the fun.
I mean, get in the arena with him and find out.
I will. I've got some questions to ask this guy. Cracks neck.
I mean, fight us first, though, please.
No. I'm gonna go talk to the other. If we're done smack talking.
Yes, we're done. Husband grabs his ear. He's like, "Yep, yeah. Why are we doing this again?"
That is exclusively how they transport each other.
It seems to work. As again, like I quickly look at Greta, do a small like eye roll, just like right.
She gives you a smirk that could tell 100 stories, and then walks away.
Yep, that's fine. It's fine. It's a challenge. Right. Yeah. No. I'll go. We'll go get the others, Perry. Yeah.
They might be near the front of the queue by now.
Oh, for the
Here's hoping for Lucian's ears.
Yeah, the conversation has been going on, and as Bram and Perry make their way towards where the rest of you are, yes, you have just gotten to the front of the queue. Lucian, how have you handled the past 20 minutes in this queue with all of the talking that's been happening? I mean, Elodie's been talking, Rodney's been talking, Sunny's been word vomiting everywhere, and Oro has been talking as well.
High-pitched white noise.
That's fair.
You just gone to like your mind palace.
But as you basically approach the desk, you can see this man sat behind the chair. As you get closer to him, he does look a lot older than what he does when you see him from a distance. He definitely looks like he should be retired. He is very much wearing his sort of attire that he would have worn in the ring, and it's a bit battered and bruised. The attire isn't battered and bruised. It's battered and worn in places from how old it is. And as you approach, he's got a very look on his face for the moment, as if he's like taking a breath and relaxing, because he's had to meet a lot of people. But as soon as you approach and as soon as he spots both Sunny and Oro, his face just lights up. He's like, hello there. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I am the Heart Piercer, and I take it you're all fans. It's lovely to see a new generation of people who are hearing about my tales across the pits. Do you have anything you'd like me to sign? Do you have any questions about my career or anything like that? I'm more than happy to answer anything.
Right, he's good. Someone warned him that he might die, and then he walked off.
Excuse me, what?
Wait, why might he die? Lucian, why might he die?
He's gone.
Lucian!
Elodie,
I'm sorry,
get your thing
what?
signed.
I have no context for this at all.
To be honest, Lucian doesn't either.
Right, well.
Something blur noise, something about race, maybe being hunted, blur, more noise, check if he's nice, if he's alright to the kids, pawn him.
What? I'm going to make an insight check, because I know what Perry told you to say, but... 10. Does this guy look obviously angel blessed?
He is very sparkly and shiny.
Yeah, okay, sure.
But not in it's a combination of glitter that's on him, as well as a natural aura that he is exuding, which...
What colour are his eyes?
His eyes are blue. They're like a deep sea blue, but his hair is immaculate like yours is.
Yeah, but every angel blessed that Elodie has ever met, which is just her and Perry, has golden eyes.
Yeah.
Then she will be confused and not clock it.
That's fair.
That's on you, Lucian.
So, yes, I can sign anything that you have. And Rodney steps forward. Like, oh, yeah, I'd just like to start off, Mr. Heartpiercer, and I'd like to say a massive thank you for all of the work that you have done over the many, many years. And he goes on and speaks to him and talks to him about how his influence helped him and all of that sort of stuff. And
I think maybe after I'll give him a minute tops, and then she'd sort of very gently take Rodney's arm and be like, shall we let the little ones have a chat to him?
Yeah, we will. And as Rodney, yeah, we will. And as Rodney goes to walk away, the Heartpiercer just grabs him by the arm. And as Rodney turns to look back at him, and as you look at him as well, you can see a golden tear falls down his eye. So, thank you so much for that story. I'm so happy to know that you served the country. You chose to serve your country because of my influence, and that you are here to date. And he climbs over the table and he gives Rodney a massive hug. And Rodney's like, oh, this is awesome. And sort of picks him up and squeezes him a bit, and you hear a few bones crack, but you hear the man go, oh, and yeah. And he puts him down, and then both Oro and Sunny look up at him like, oh, you're so cool. And he leans down and he goes, do you mind? And they're like, yeah. And he sort of pats them on the head, and he gives each of them a signed T-shirt, which has lots of artwork and stuff on from when he was a lot younger. And he also gives you one, and he gives Rodney one as well.
Lovely.
It's
Wonder
very
if
nice.
Sell on the black market.
You could sell it to people outside. Yeah.
Very nice. It's just sort of, oh, thank you. Tucks it into the bag.
It's so good to see so many different generations of fans come to see me. It makes all of this worthwhile. I thank you all. It makes me want to jump back into the arena again. And he jumps up onto the table.
Oh, okay.
He always sort of floats onto the table. But yeah, he's like, ha! Anyway, I need to sign more of these. Thank you very much. And he jumps back down and starts singing and talking to the next people.
Are you going to be fighting at all today?
Oh, no. I'm not booked to fight at all or anything like that today. I might do a big fight in Ostragos. I'm heading up there next.
Oh,
Maybe a retirement match. You've had a retirement match already, you hear from somebody else in the queue.
Well, have a safe journey there, I suppose.
Thank you very much.
We'll just walk away with the kids.
Rodney's
everyone-
just staring at the t-shirt.
If anyone's ever seen the film The Wrestler, you know how sad it is when they're like, oh, just one more match. You're like, no, you got so much to live for. Also, free t-shirt. Now, add it to your list. You can change your costume.
I should put it into my inventory. I can wear that for the fight,
Also,
heart piercer
print
t-shirt.
screening exists
Yes.
in this world.
right?
Yep. It's strange.
Wild.
It's crazy what magic can do.
Unless someone's just been doing it with like a pen on every t-shirt.
It's steampunky and like,
Yeah.
like there'll be presses and stuff like that. Like
Some
ink
kind
press.
of gnomish sweatshop.
Yeah.
As you come out from this area, you bump into Bram and Perry.
I think if it's like, that we've kind of been trying to talk to Lucian as Lucian came out and then
Yeah.
try to explain. All right, Elodie,
They got t-shirts. They're very pleased with them.
Did you warn the Angel Blessed guy? That
What?
what?
the guy who seems to be Angel Blessed, did you warn him that, there's people looking for Angel Blessed around here?
Yeah, I told Elodie to do it.
Yeah, did you do it?
Wait, that's what you were trying to tell me, Lucian?
I didn't try. I did.
No! You muttered something completely indistinguishable. And he's just very covered in glitter. I didn't know. Oh, for goodness sake. We'll just walk back up to the front of the queue.
You just hear
So
grumbles from
sorry,
people.
so sorry, so sorry.
Oh, yes, one of my number one fans. How can I help you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, kind gentlemen. Let me just speak to one of my number one fans again. What can I do for you?
So sorry to interrupt. We'll just kind of pull him to the side. Mr. Heartpister, we have reason to believe that there are some ne'er-do-wells around here that might be on the lookout for people like you. So please do be careful because,
Famous fighters?
no, people who have perhaps been touched by the angels.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, people with fabulous hair.
I mean, I do have some fabulous hair. Thank you very much.
Yes. But these people are Rongans and quite murdery. So
Oh, that's not good.
please. And I have said this flippantly, but and we'll sort of take his hands and look at him. Please do take this warning seriously.
Oh,
From one of your number one fans.
He goes a bit red in the face. I will. Thank you very much.
Do you have a guard at all?
I do. Yes, I can. I will inform them straight. What are you doing tonight?
Going home early night.
Okay. he just turns around.
Watch out for people with red scarves. Not that one. Pointing at Bram.
Hello.
He's fine.
Oh yes, I know about them. Yes, but thank you.
You know about the Reavers? Oh, well, they get... Okay, avoid them.
I will. Thank you. It sort of looks a bit awkwardly because he tried to ask you out and it didn't go very well. And he's like, I must get back to my people, and turns around.
I could be your daughter.
He's like 60, she's 19. No!
Shame on you, Heartpiercer. You are now cancelled. That t-shirt is worthless.
Elodie is going to walk over to the group with this face, looking uncomfortable.
And that is why you don't meet your heroes, Elodie.
Wasn't my
So-
hero.
Maybe you should have warned him.
Anyway, we've got a lot of weird energy here, and a way to work that off is that Perry's been challenged to, less than mortal combat, and there are 4. So basically,
Mortal Kombat! You just hear in the background.
they will provide as many as we do. There's 4, so we're all being basically a chance if we want to fight and get a bit of money. Elodie, it's okay to use a gun. That I asked.
I mean, according to the rules, yes, but how many people do you know that fight with a gun, Bram?
There's you. There was someone I met out west who was sort of flung around like slung it, but very, very. Do you know how to fight with anything else?
Bow and arrow?
Would you like to get a bow and arrow so you seem a bit more? Also, it's
Seem a
also
bit more what?
oh less. Well, if you're saying if people would know you by the fact you use a gun, if you wanted to do something less, I'm fighting under a different name because that's what I thought I had to do.
We can do that.
Yeah, no, you come up with right. Okay, so that's another big. My mother was in the ring earlier with Hera and decided to fight under the name War.
It's not very
Wait.
inventive.
Awful name.
Yeah.
But your mum was dead.
No, well, I thought my mum was dead, and she wasn't, and she's here, wearing Imperium armor.
Wearing Imperium armor and fighting under the name War, as in one of the 4.
It was extremely dramatic.
It was. She blasted Hera with fire.
Bram, do you think that was just a stage name, or do you...
Nope. I think that she might not be the harbinger of war. Anyway, let's go beat up Fluffy, Mrs. Fluffy, and the 2 fluffy kins, right?
Mm-hmm. Remember, Fluffy's mine. You have your own partners.
No. That's the agreement. No one touches Fluffy. But if we each want to pick someone we want to fight.
Who are the others? Fluffy, Mrs.
Fluffy, Mrs. Fluffy, Sophina, a sort of I want to say someone in a hood. They're very quiet, and the local herbalist Greta. And so we just again, camera slightly pans down as Oro is just looking up. Also, Greta.
Oh, Mummy's in the fight. Oh, awesome.
Hello, Oro. Yes.
You have a really cool hat.
Thank you. So do you.
Thanks. My mum gave it to me.
Your mum's.
Mum said it was my dad's. I haven't met
Yeah.
my dad.
No. No. Hats are great. Eddie also has a great hat. Anyway, so let's go do some fighting, shall we?
Lucian's just in the background biting his fist.
We do take 1 point of piercing. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I
Bram
hope
is
you are
literally
noting how well my self-restraint is going.
Bram is literally 1 step away from going, "Hello, tiny person. How are you?"
You literally at one point here, like, she's usually so good at controlling it, but this is just one of the moments where you just catch LED going, shh, to the menagerie.
Oh, I'm sure they've got opinions. As this awkwardness of just being like, right, so yes, no, your mummy will be fighting. Do you... Oh, Rodney.
Yeah.
As I said, we're going to be fighting. Are you okay taking care of the little ones?
Yeah. Do you reckon they'll be all right to watch? Yeah, can we watch? Oh, yeah, please, that'd be awesome. I can sit in the stalls with them and we can all watch.
If that's okay. I mean, Perry has promised...
Wait, are you not supposed to be at school?
It's lunchtime currently.
And their teacher's here anyway, so it's fine.
Looking at the sun, and like, no, don't look at the sun.
I'm assuming she has a pocket watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a pocket watch. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's getting close to the end of lunchtime.
What were you
That's
supposed to be learning this afternoon?
We were supposed to be doing some painting. Actually, I want to go back for that. I do like some painting.
Well, I guess we'll make it quick, probably less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, you'll make it quick. Yeah, okay.
What is that supposed to mean, Rodney?
I'm sorry. I believe that you are all incredibly skilled fighters and you have all achieved quite a lot of stuff since you've been here. It's just Fluffy and the others are very well known for kicking a lot of ass in the pits.
Are you willing to put money on that?
Go on then. I'll put some money on it.
Okay. How much you got?
On me currently,
Mhm.
probably about 5 gold.
That's not very much at all, is it?
No, I mean I got more I could get, but
No, we're not asking you to dive into your savings.
Oh.
No, but Perry, is there something you want Rodney to make? Like, if we win, he'll make you. I mean,
Yes. Yes, there is. If we win, please, I said it nicely,
she did.
can you make me a gingerbread mansion with little gingerbread uses?
Actually, I'm quite excited by that. That sounds great.
a gingerbread mansion. I've done a house before, like a little cottage thing, but never a I tell you what, you've got a deal.
And if we lose?
Damn it! I want to make the gingerbread mansion no matter what now.
We'll help you make it.
Yeah.
Liz?
No, definitely not that.
We make you a gingerbread mansion.
No. I will think of something. But if you lose, you owe me one favor.
I mean, dangerous,
Sure.
but yeah.
Seems
Anything
pretty
that
low
I
stakes.
ask for.
I mean,
Anything?
Well, within reason. I'm not going to ask you to go jump into a volcano or anything like that. But,
Why does that feel like foreshadowing?
I'd like to make it known that this is a bet between you and Perry Pataya and nobody else. Well,
yes.
I mean, you can include Bram and Elodie, that's fine, but I don't accept any responsibility or liability for any actions anybody else will make in this group.
but he will eat the gingerbread version of himself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Across.
Anybody who partakes in the bet will get a gingerbread version of themselves made, and also will get will make the gingerbread mansion bigger.
It's a deal. Holds up pinky.
But each individual person will owe me a favour. Instantly,
No,
like you with a pinky.
I'm afraid it's a pinky promise. You can't break those.
No,
I'll break the finger.
that's what happens if you break the promise.
And then holds his finger out to Bram. Only if you accept, obviously.
Oh no, I'm excited to see what happens there.
Yeah. Elodie?
You don't
I-
have to, Elodie. It's...
You don't have to.
No, I can fight. I can fight without my gun, and without other assistance. I can fight.
Yeah. Mr. Lucian, would you like to partake in this little bit?
The vaguity of owing you a favour of anything you want. No.
About jumping in a volcano.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
it won't be anything life or death related.
Go on, live a little.
No.
This Rodney, Lucian.
Yeah, it's me. I'm friendly. And not at all a big bad.
Why would you say
That's-
it like that?
That's Josh saying that. Don't ignore that.
I think it's even funnier if he didn't say that. He's like,
I'm
"You
gonna
seem
be.
polite."
I'm gonna
Rodney.
be. I'm gonna be honest with you, Lucian, Mr. Lucian, that it will probably be me asking you to help me clear out the chiller. That's probably all it'll be.
Sure.
And it's
Yeah.
only if we lose,
And it's only if you lose, yeah.
which we won't.
If you win, you get a gingerbread version of yourself to eat and a really big gingerbread mansion.
Fine.
Yeah. I'm glad you got involved. And he sort of does it.
Peer pressure wins again.
Hooray! So
This
yeah,
backfires. I'm going to punch you all.
no, that,
I will
that-
punch you back.
and I will take it. No, so as we said, so I did some fighting before I came south, so I'm fighting under like Broken Shield. That's sort of like the. So if you can think of like if you want like Hera's just Hera, so you don't need like a fighting name, but I mean, assuming his name's not actually Heart Piercer, it might be Pierce Heart maybe. Or... Anyway, so yeah, fighting name if you want.
Or Jason.
Jason's a strong name.
Not for me, but
Oh, you want someone to be Jason?
no.
What?
Pointing at Elodie. Elodie can be Jason.
Somebody in the crowd goes, "Oh,
Not you, Jason.
Not you, Jason.
Jason, keep the faith.
oh."
No, no, Jason.
Is
No.
this just a general want? Do you want a Jason? Lucian?
No, I was just learning about maybe Heartpierce's real name's Jason.
The
his name.
Sort of like slight sweet. He does look like a Jason. Yeah.
No.
You could, Lucian, you could call yourself number one fan.
Oh, you could wear the T-shirt.
I have a t-shirt. I don't want it.
He's a creep.
I definitely think that it's like, if it's for Elodie's eyes, it'll be like.
Just to clarify, not that it makes it any better, but he is 45, not 60.
That's still
Still
It
old
doesn't
enough to
make it
be
better.
my dad.
Oh, Bob, you're short, and it made us so angry.
Anyway, yes, you can all now get yourselves ready for the fight. The arena is set out before you. It is a large oval-shaped arena with 4 pillars positioned 20 feet apart. It is completely covered in sand. There's a small wall that sort of makes it the arena, with the stands going up, ascending upwards all the way around. And as you all enter in, the question I have to ask of everybody: do you do you each individually have a name you'd like to go by, and 2, do you have a group name you'd like to go by?
I have a question for you in return, Josh. We've not explicitly said it. Would there have been opportunity at some point at the tavern for Elodie to brew her potions?
Yes.
Great. In that case,
Actually, no, there was, because you did ask the owner of the tavern if you could use it, and she said you could. So you did do it in the morning.
Yeah.
Great, good. In that case, going slightly back on what she just said, I think Elodie has had, and by Elodie I mean Nat, has just had a brain like, why did I not notice this earlier? Clocking that the sparrows are called the sparrows. She's going to take her Celerimus potion and be known as Celerimus.
Nice.
Sally.
See if they have any response to that. But she won't do it in the arena. She'll do it beforehand. And then we'll sort of, all right, chaps, let's get this on with then, shall we? And we'll stride over to the quartermaster. How much to rent one of your finest bows and arrows, please, dear?
Oh, certainly, I can definitely get you one of those. It'll cost you a gold piece.
I'm sure we can deal with that. Here you go. Keep the change. Just
Thank you
put
very
one
much.
gold piece.
Thank you, and hands you a bow and arrow. Look, I mean, considering the fact that it's only 1 gold to hire it, it's very well maintained, very well crafted, very well maintained.
We'll ping it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. Thank
Has a
you
nice
kindly.
bedoing to it.
I've had that said about me as well.
Wait. Oh my cards.
Anyway. Celerimus trots away.
As Celerimus trots away, I will just turn to Bram and say, they've just got so much more gravitas when they're Celerimus. I don't know what it is.
Knowing how these things work, I think the crowd do love it when there's a bit of showmanship. I think he's going to do a good job today.
Yeah. Maybe he'll teach me how to use a bow and arrow. We'll see.
Okay. So, did anybody want to go in under any stage names? Yeah. Go on, Perry. What are you going in under?
I would like to be Peripatea, the arisen Avenger.
The Origin Avenger. The Arisen Avenger, not the Origin. The
original Avenger.
The original.
The original Avenger got frozen, and has not been seen in many years.
Awesome. So we've got Broken Shield, the Arisen Avenger. I don't know why my brain is not computing that. Lucian, would you like to be known under a different name?
No one.
Perfect.
No one. And then
This
Elodie?
guy.
Celerimus.
Celerimus.
Appreciation
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a group name? I know that's a bit.
Are the other team entering as the Sparrows?
They are not.
I was going to say.
They are not. In fact,
Did
they're
they-
not entering under a team name. They're just known as the town Town Guard is what they're known as. It's a bit boring.
We don't need to have a team.
No.
We're not the full team.
No.
No.
No. Okay, so there is an announcer who walks out. He's got a long wooden stick in his hand with a stone sort of stuck to the top of it, and he starts speaking into it, and it projects his voice out. He's wearing black shades with a Elvis-style blonde hair. I'm literally taking the announcer out of Dragon Ball. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pits of Merkstead. We are here, and we are going to see a fight for the ages. In one corner, we have the town heroes of Merkstead. Yes, that's right. We have got Blue Thunder, Blue Lightning, Shadow, and Greta.
I kind of lean around the door and give her like, what the fuck?
What gives, babe?
Come on.
They have returned from their adventures and they are here to kick some ass and their opponents, some newly fledged members of the Solomon's Mercenary Company. We have a returning favorite, the Broken Shield. We also have the Arisen Avenger. We have Nobody. And finally, we have Solarimus.
Does a big, extravagant bow. The coat is now blue with a feather pattern. And then I'm going to cast light on an arrow and fire it into the ceiling of the tent.
You just hear, ooh, well, it hits the ceiling of the cave that you're in, but it embeds itself
in the cave,
in,
yeah.
and you just hear, ooh, and you just hear, go, Edie, go!
Oh, no. I did not tell them that I'm using a different name.
Can everybody roll me initiative, please?
Yes.
Get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I do love the idea that this is the reason why so much like organized crime is so heavy in this town, is because the guard are just fighting in the pits and not actually doing anything.
Oh, okay, so that's fluffy.
I realised I did intend in the break, I was like, should definitely roll a perception check to see if there are any Reavers in here. I haven't said that out loud.
You can say that out loud if you'd like to.
Well, have we clocked any Reavers at all?
Oh
I roll?
my god. Okay, right, what did Elodie get?
16. But can I roll a perception check for Reavers?
You can roll me a perception check if you'd like to, yep, to see if there's any Reavers. Brian, what did you get?
15.
15?
14.
14. Okie dokie. Perry, what did you get?
18.
18. Lucian, what did you get?
22.
22.
Nice.
Awesome. Right. So, the beginning, the game is afoot as I change my music.
Wow, wow, wow.
And first up is Greta. As you've all been able to get yourselves into a tactical position that you'd like to be in, so where would you like to be in this arena? The arena itself is 100 foot down and 30 foot wide, and there's 20 foot between each of the pillars. And they're more central to the arena, so you can be anywhere that you'd like within your half, which, let's say if you're looking at it from a top to bottom view, you're all in the bottom deployment zone section. They're in the top deployment zone section, behind the pillars.
Close to the line as I can get.
Awesome. So you're literally right on the starting line, ready to... Would you be more to the left, to the right, or in the centre?
If there's any way of having any sort of direct line of cover, then yeah, but if not, no, I'll just stand right in the middle.
Cool. You can use if you were to start on the left or right side, you could use the pillars as cover to get there, but it all depends on how other people move. Or you could just bolt it out the middle.
I've rolled my sleeves up, cigarette lit in my mouth, sort of almost in a starting stance.
That's the point. Are there any class-based actions or bonus actions that people would like to do? For the Brobarians, you could rage if you wanted to. We'll use the new 2024 rules where you can extend it with a bonus action rather than having to hit things.
Yep.
Will you allow that entering rage was part of my showboating when
Yes.
my name was called?
100%.
Yeah, the Black Floods. I do a scream to the audience, and it's my first rage of the day, so I should be able to hold it together. I've been looking forward to this. So a little bubble of laughter comes out with the roar.
Oh my god, everybody's so cool. This is going to be so fun. You hear from the stalls. There is a lot of people watching this.
My concern. I only rolled a 10 to perceive Reavers, by the way.
You've not seen any Reavers at all.
That is my concern.
One detail that I forgot to mention before Greta takes her first turn is that as you all entered into the arena, you were all approached by priestesses of balance who cast magic over all of you. It's almost like sort of like a death ward over all of you that protects you. You still take damage like you would normally, but it prevents you from dying. And Stacelin is the one that actually performs the ritual on you, Perry. This is before you rage and stuff. So, good luck, Perry. I think you're going to do fantastic.
I do as well. Have you been avoiding me?
I've just been busy. I'm sorry, but we can speak tonight if you'd like.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I'd love to know what's been keeping you so busy that you haven't made time for your bestie who's needed you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but we'll speak tonight. There's been a lot that's been going on with the church. So, but yeah, I definitely need to talk to you. I'm sorry.
We'll talk about it over rainbow milk. Also, I've got rum I need to show you.
Yeah, okay, that sounds really good. And she's right. Good luck goes to lean in to give you a hug, doesn't, and then sort of run. Quickly gives you a hug and then runs.
I'm not that scary. We've hugged before.
No, it was just more that I didn't know if you wanted to do it in front of other people and ran off.
Why
is
would
that?
I care?
Why is that priestess hugging that competitor?
That's it, Perry. You get that priestess hug.
I always do. I don't know why I said it like that.
I do.
Anyway, you're all in your positions and the combat begins and Greta just lunges forward, bolting straight down the middle with a speed that you have never seen before, Bram, as the dust just kicks up and she's like pretty much just disappears and reappears right in front of you. Yes, she travelled that far, that fast, and she just jumps in the air and you watch as her hooved feet spin around twice and kick you in the chest, Bram.
No, my war wound. Here we go.
That is going to be a 15 to hit for the first attack.
Clunk.
And the second attack is going to be... Oh, that is a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, she is not that high of a level, so her hit is this. That is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage as she kicks you with the hooves. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Straight in for the stun.
Yes. Hold on. Con. It's a 9.
That's a 9. So as she kicks you in the chest and it sort of takes the wind out of you a bit as you've just been kicked by, like, basically goat legs. Yeah. You stumble back a minute. She lands on the floor and then she sweeps with her leg to take you out and knock you prone with a bonus action. So that is going to be a 24 to hit. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't do any damage with this, but you are knocked prone from the attack. She's not wielding any weapons.
Yes, 2024 rules. We love being knocked prone in this game.
Right, so at the end of Greta's turn, it is Lucian's turn. Lucian, you've just watched Greta just disappear in their deployment zone and appear right in front of you and just hammer Bram into the ground.
Hey, listen, I'm not getting involved in that. And I will look to any that aren't Fluffy, Mrs. Fluffy or the Shadow.
So you've got Mrs. Fluffy, who is notching an arrow and getting ready to aim it and fire it. You've got Fluffy, who's drawn his greatsword, and you can see lightning travelling down it. And then you've got Zed, or the Shadow, who is the roguish type, who is eyeing you up as well, and is sort of flicking his knives up in the air and catching them while looking at you.
I'm just going to go spear him.
Comes in with the spear. So you'll need to move. I will say that you're all within range to be able to get in, like, sort of into each other straight away, because it's going to be boring if you spend a turn getting there. But yeah, you charge it and make me an attack roll to spear.
Recklessly 16 to hit.
16. Hang on, let me just check his EC. 1 second. 16 hits.
Ah,
Exactly
nice.
needed.
Straight in with the crunch for 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my giddy god.
And then bonus action, I'm going to spear, take him to the floor, and then literally immediately flip and wrap my thighs like around his head and just immediately get into a lock.
Awesome. This is a grapple, yeah?
Yo,
Okay, so is there a roll that needs to be made, or do you just grapple him instantly?
athletics
Athletics.
or acrobatics. I think you can to resist a grapple.
I reckon so, yeah.
That's a 22 though.
He's 100% going to roll acrobatics. I rolled a 5 for a 12. So
That's a 22.
Yeah, so you get him in the grapple and you're both on the floor and you can see he starts wriggling around trying to get out of it, but he is not.
It literally sounds like Lucian hit a wall. Like the sound that it creates when he spears this rogue, it just like it echoes around the entire arena.
Yeah.
You just hear like not even like a scream of pain, it's just like the wind is taken out of this poor guy's mouth. It's just like
Yeah. Okay, so at the end of your turn, that is going to make it Fluffy or Thaddeus's turn as the lightning crackles. He's got a really big grin on his face. Not like a sinister grin, but like a smile of joy. And he steps forward and steps to the side, and he just gestures for you to come towards him, Perry, as he holds an action to attack you as soon as you come in.
Cool.
Which, oddly enough, Perry, it's your turn.
Cool. So I am fully raged, so I can be baited. So as he kind of beckons me forward, I just kind of let out a bubbly laugh scream, like and it's spittles flying. It's not pretty. As I go straight in with an attack, I kind of feint to one side and then showboatingly just flip it over to the other side to kind of bring it in for the kill if
Go
I get
ahead.
hit.
Amazing. Roll me an attack roll.
It's 19 on the dice for a 26.
That hits. Roll me some damage.
Cool. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 points of damage, please. Some of that was necrotic.
Nice. There's no sort of resistances or anything to it, so he takes the full brunt of the damage as you swing in. He tries to block it with his greatsword, but you manage, your scythe with it being curved sort of catches him off guard and slices through part of his forearm and his leg, and you watch his blood just drips to the floor, and he's but he manages to get this greatsword around and try and strike you with it as he's going to use his held action to attack you back. Way, that is a 17 for a 25 to hit.
Oh boy, that's that hit.
Cool.
Owie.
Owie, I need another D6. I've got plenty of them around. That is going to be... Hang on, math in my head. That is 15 points of slashing damage. And
Is that halved because rage?
that will be half because of rage, yes. So it's 15 points, so it'd be 15 reduced down to 7, and then you take 7 points of lightning damage.
Cool.
That was a held action, though, so he does not get to make his second attack.
Okay.
As you both just lock into each other, your blades clash up against each other. The electricity from the greatsword sort of travels down your scythe a little bit, and they.
And the sorry, I was going to say the kind of negative light trickles down my scythe similarly into him and his wounds, which is the necrotic.
Oh yeah, I love the sound of that. Brilliant. Okay, at the end of is that the end of your turn, Barry?
Yes.
Okay, at the end of your turn, it is Zed or the Shadow's turn, and he's going to attempt to make an acrobatics check to try and get out of the grapple. If you'd like to roll athletics or acrobatics, please, Lucian.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay, that's much better. That is going to be a 22 from me.
That's only an 11.
Rude.
So as you're laying on the floor with your legs wrapped around him, he's trying to find a way to get out, and eventually he's able to spin himself around, and get some what's the word, perches on the ground, and he just pushes forward and manages to slide out of your legs and roll out underneath you, and then sort of holds his daggers out ready to attack you. That's his action, so he can't do anything else, but he's staying within close combat range of you. That's the end of his turn. We now have Celeramus's turn.
Hello. Yes. Can I clock what Mrs. Fluffy is looking like she's going to do? Like, where is she positioned?
So she's positioned herself more towards the top right pillar, if we're looking at it from a top-down scale. And she's not so narrow. She's leaning up against the wall. And she has been assessing the situation, and she spotted you as a ranged fighter. So you can clearly see that she's looking to aim at you.
Yeah. I think. But she's up on top of one of the pillars.
No, she's just leaning up against it, so she will get a form of cover from it.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to, because Celeramus would have gone to hide behind one of the pillars to start with, but I would like to run between two and try and catch an angle of her as I've moved round, try and catch an angle of her as I go to the next pillar to hide.
Yep, that's easy enough to do. If you started off in the bottom right pillar and then run over to the bottom left pillar, you've got a clear opening. She's still got a little bit of cover, but she's not. So I think it's like half cover, 3/4 cover, sort of different. So you'll be able to fire at her. She'll have a slight AC boost still, but it's better for you than what it would be if you'd stayed on the right side.
Yeah, okay. So it's not a disadvantage or anything.
No, she's just got a little. She's just got a +2 to her AC.
Okay.
Which is different to the +5 she would have got if you stayed where you were.
That is a non-nat 20 to hit.
That hits.
Not bad.
And it's definitely like running between, and because it's Celeramus is absolutely playing up to the crowd. We'll sort of do a run up to the pillar, do like one of those things where you sort of do a couple of runs up the pillar and then jump off it. And then spin round and hide behind, aiming preferably at her hands to try and like stagger her so she's lost her stretch on her bow. Damage wise, that is going to be 12 damage.
12 points of damage.
My bad. I will, while I'm hidden behind the pillar, I've done my Crimson Rite and infused it with fire damage as well. So as the arrow flies, there's just the tiniest, you'd have to be close, like hear the arrow go past you to hear it, like a little phoenix cry as the flames kind of go along it. So it's 3 fire damage as well.
Nice. Okie dokie. So.
And I need to roll for how much it damages me.
And you just hear from the crowd, "Oh my god, Edie, you're so cool. I didn't realise you could fight like that."
It's Celeramus! Child!
And it
But we'll
hits.
dodge and dash behind the pillar.
It goes to hit her like pretty much in the hand and in the arm area, but she just pulls herself out of the way to get behind the pillar. But it catches her in the shoulder, doesn't embed itself. It just skirts across and flies into the wall behind. But you can see that she is wounded and there is blood coming from the shoulder. Is that the
Great.
end?
We'll do a little flourish at the crowd, but stay hidden behind the pillar.
Awesome. You do that, and we move to Bram's turn.
Lying at the feet of my very good friend. Sort of like, hello. Just unacceptably like cheery at this moment. Be like, hello.
It's a little Lion King moment.
Yeah.
She sort of she kneels down and sort of just whispers in your ear, "Stay down, Brambles. You could never beat me."
Oh, I do love a challenge. A quick note: the boys in the crowd, so try and make this look good.
Okay. I'll try not to beat you too hard then.
Oh, I missed this. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I missed this as the mace comes up to try and give her a clunk. Does a 15 hit?
15 does not. As you said, you got up beforehand, didn't you?
I think I was getting up as that was.
So you get up and you try to bring the mace around to try and try to get her. She puts her arm up to grab it, to deflect it, and as your arm and her arm connect, her body weight then shifts, and she uses the momentum to spin around you and elbow you in the back of the head, so she can make an attack roll against you.
Ah, she's good.
That's a 26 to hit.
That does hit.
Jeez.
That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uh,
That does use your reaction though to do that.
Cool. I'm going to use my action surge, weirdly, we've both gone kind of weirdly balletic in this, as I sort of pivot on my toes, and I'm going to try and strike her once more.
Go for it.
Does a 18 hit?
18 is exactly what you needed.
Oh, I mean, I'd like to point out that because my AC is also 18. It's connections, twinsies. Okay, so
But she's not wearing armor.
No, well, she's got amazing abs. So we start with that's 10 points of bludgeoning. I'm adding my superiority dice to this.
I keep forgetting you're a battle master.
I'm as surprised as you are. That is also 5 points of extra because of this. Can she make a strength saving throw, please?
She can indeed. It's not very high actually. That's a 5.
Absolutely perfect. As I swing and I just clunk, and just now she falls prone pretty much where I was just, and so in perfect mirror of what just happened, and I was like,
you spin around and you go to do this attack. It hits, but she does the whole cross block thing as it hits into her arms and it throws her up in the air and causes her to land on the floor. And you just hear from the crowd, "Mummy, no! Get up, kick his ass!"
yeah, you heard the boy kick my ass. As just suddenly, like,
I will.
Along my arm. Again, I don't know if she can see. I mean, Perry can obviously see. As just a fox lands on her chest and just like looking down. It was also Booming Blade, which I just.
Oh, it was also okay. Yeah. So I've got to keep note of that.
So
you have to remind me of that if she moves.
Yeah.
But you've knocked her prime within 5 feet of you anyway, haven't you? So yeah. Okie dokie. Right, is that the end of your turn?
That is. I've still got reaction. Yes. Yeah. That was because I had the surge. Yeah. That's me.
Awesome. Okay, now we move to Thena's turn. Thena, having been shot at by Elodie, or Celerimus, is going to look out, see you as you've just danced around and managed to get behind the post, and she's going to bring the longbow out and fire it at you with almost like sharpshooter-like accuracy. Now, she is using the sharpshooter feat. However, it is the 2024 version, which does not give the plus 10 damage. It just means that she ignores all types of cover.
How? Does that mean it can just go straight through the pillar?
It just means that
You can do a curved shot.
A part of your shoulder is
Yes.
visible and she can hit that.
No, it's better. It's like Wanted.
Yeah, it's like Wanted, Okay, so unfortunately that first attack does miss because she rolled a 12. The second attack is... Oh, that's better. That's a 16 for a 24.
Oh, yes, that does.
And that is going to be this one. She's also using a longbow. That is going to be 10 points of piercing damage and 5 points of lightning damage as the arrow that flies towards you starts to spark with electricity, and as it hits into you, you get a static shot go all over you.
Ow! Madam, please! Celerimus is not looking well.
You just hear somebody go from the crowd go, "That was shocking!"
Shut it.
Not helpful.
Nobody from the crowd reacted to that at all.
Except for one small child that holds up a boo card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunny with a boot card.
One side's like yay, and the other side's like boo. And so just also boo cards available from the merchandise store in the foyer. So go get them now.
That is the end of Thena's turn. We move to the top of the round and we come to the performance round.
Yay.
Now, because this is a performance style game, match. It's yes, you are slugging heads with each other, but there is a performance aspect to it, and you've all been playing to the crowd during your turns. Now, each of you will now get to roll a performance check for every, and we will determine what happens with that. So, could everyone make me a performance check, please? For Celerimus and Perry, you can both roll with advantage because you both described really flamboyant descriptions during your turns.
I just kicked the local doctor over. It's not that.
Yeah.
17.
16.
Oh, I need to
22 for a nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hilariously, because canonically Lucian is definitely not making any effort in the slightest to play up to anything, rolled an 18. So I feel like the fact that he doesn't care about the crowd is what makes him cool.
Yeah.
You're that kind of wrestler.
Yeah.
Very.
I'm like doing my business. I've gone to town on this poor rogue.
So
You are the sort of thing where you're like, I don't care what town I'm in currently. Your eyes are, and they're like, yay!
So, funny story. I just rolled 4 dice for their performance checks. Thaddeus, or Fluffy, rolled a 17 on the dice for an 18. Greta rolled a 17 on the dice for a 19. I'm trying to remember characters' names as well. Athena rolled a natural 1
Oh, Athena.
for a 2, and Zed rolled a natural 1 for a natural 1. It's freaky that I just rolled, and I rolled them natural 1, natural 17, natural 17. It's really freaky how that just happened. Anyway,
Weird.
the crowd pipes up and begin chanting each of your names individually. Each of you will now have an advantage on your next thing that you do, whether that be an attack, grapple, or anything else like that. So you have advantage on that next check because the crowd is siding with you.
Can you choose which die it is in your next action?
I will say yes, because that's interesting.
Nice.
Okay, so, and then we go to Greta's turn. Greta sort of pulls her legs up and then flips up and lands right in front of you. I mean, she's still within 5 feet of you, so she hasn't had to move, but she's going to go straight for an elbow to your jaw, Ram. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, if the target really moves 5 feet or more before then, so...
Yeah, but she's
Get
all
up.
she's done is get up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how tall is she? It's just, I'm being facetious. I just like
She is average height of 5'5".
a strong, solid height for a lovely
Yes.
great lady. Yeah. No, go on, hit me in the
There's
jaw.
no reaction from now on that. That's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nat is bored of the joke.
Oh,
9.
sorry, I was spacing out trying to think of stuff. Sorry, what?
nothing.
What did you say?
We made another height joke.
Oh, no.
We said that Greta is an average size of 5'5".
That is an average size.
I know,
It is.
that's why we said it.
It's a sensible
So you
height.
take 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the first attack. She's then going to go for a headbutt against you as she hits you in the jaw and your head extends backwards. She's going to headbutt your jaw.
Fair.
That is a 19 for a 26 to hit.
Hit me in the jaw, love.
And
You're in trouble.
this is
Yeah.
going to be different because this uses her horns as well.
Oof.
So, oh
Madam.
my god. Okay, so you will take 12 points of, hang on, 12 points of
damage.
bludgeoning damage plus another 3. So you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage from that.
Ooh.
Brutal that these guys got 2 attacks as well.
And then as her final attack, as a bonus action, because monk, she is going to try to sweep out your legs again.
Fair.
Ooh, that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Doesn't do any damage, she just knocks you prone.
Cool.
So come on, Brambles. We used to have more fun than this when we were kids. Hit me, will you?
I'll do my best, love. I'll do my best.
Okay. At the end of her turn, it is Lucian's turn.
Did the rogue guy get a turn?
He did. He just broke out of your grapple.
Oh, he did. Yes.
Grapple him again.
Yes, well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. But first, we shall see. Oh, hello. So for a natural 20, 27, Lucian, as he pulls the two daggers out and holds them, he like snaps his arms out, grabs his wrists that are holding the two daggers, and then yanks his arms down so his entire body follows, so that his head just crushes into his knee.
Oh.
Just using his own arms to pull him down onto his knee.
So that natural 20 was an attack, yep.
Yarp.
Okay, so you get to do the whole crit rules thing that we do with the long-running campaign. So you get to whatever your damage dice is, you maximize that, add your modifier, then roll the damage dice twice.
Right, okay, so... okay. 28 points of damage.
He is going to uncanny dodge some of that because that's a lot of damage. As you pull him down and thrust your knee upwards into his head, instead of him taking it full on in the face, potentially caving in a number of teeth and his nose, he turns his head to the side so he just gets it in the jaw, reducing some of the damage and the impact that it would have on his very cloaked face.
And then I'll grapple him.
Yep, and then you grapple him. So athletics versus acrobatics.
Yep, and that's what I wanted to save my advantage for.
Nice. Probably a good thing. I rolled a 23.
Oh, shit. And I rolled a 25.
That's almost like you go, as you knee him, you go to grapple him around his waist, but he slips out of it and goes to roll away from you. But you just grab him by the shoulder, lift him up, and just pull him into a bear hug, and then fall on the floor again. If you want to, or you can just stand there and hold him.
Oh, well, I was thinking actually, seeing as I pulled his arms down so I can knee him in the head, I'm just going to go straight over the top of him and put his head back in a lock.
Yeah.
So he's like head down on my chest, and I'm like almost bear hugging on the top of him with my arms, like just crushing around his neck again.
He's almost able to slip out of it, but you just sort of move and step forward in a way that causes his head to sort of move back into position, and you get that lock around his throat and hold him in place.
Does he look like hurt?
I mean, that was the first actual blow that he's taken, so he's looking hurt from it. He's looking more.
I did like 12 damage the first round I hit him.
Do you know why? And I apologise for this. I dealt that damage to Elodie.
Oh,
I didn't mean to do that. That's 14. Yeah, he's looking bloodied. Awesome. Is that the end of your turn?
That is.
Okay, so it moves to Fluffy's turn, and Fluffy and Perry are locked into combat with each other, and he just looks at you. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. And do you know what? I never got your name. What was it again?
I spit in his face.
Right. Fine. And he swings the great sword around and brings it down on you. He's going to attack you recklessly, so I need to roll twice.
Okay, cool. Higher level barbarian.
That is a 23 to hit you.
Oh boy, does that hit.
So that is 11 points of slashing damage reduced to 5.
Cool.
And 9 points of lightning damage.
Hair is looking a little frazzled, but then it resumes its perfectness.
And then he makes a second attack against you.
Oh boy.
Just seeing if I get an natural 20 from that. So that is a 26 to hit you.
Hits, yep.
Yeah. That is a 9 points of slashing damage reduced to 4.
Cool.
And 9 points of two completely different dice rolls, same result. 9 points of lightning damage.
Oh boy, am I on my last legs?
As he just slashes into you, the electricity It's more that your weapons are just clashing against each other, and the electricity is what is causing the majority of the damage to you. And as your blades spark off, the electricity travels down your scythe and just shocks you as you are fighting each other. That's his turn done. It's your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna have to use my advantage because I better deal damage. Nope, that's a natural one.
Well, you've got advantage because he reckless attacked. So
That's good because my advantage roll is a 20.
there we go.
Yes.
When I need you, dice, you arose.
Awesome.
Okay, so rules.
So you take your weapon damage, which I believe is a D12.
Is
Maximize that and add your modifier and rage damage. So
Well-
that would be what's your strength mod?
is +4.
+4. So that's 12 plus 4, which is 16, plus 2 for your rage damage, which was 18. Now you roll 2 d12s and add all that together.
Does it count my divine fury?
Your divine fury will be doubled, but you don't maximize one of the dice.
Okay. Do you want me to roll 2 dice for that or just double it?
2 dice. So yeah, so 2d12 and 2d6, please.
2d12 and 2d6. Okay.
I really need to get this written down.
You're on 18.
Yeah, 18 is your base at the minute.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 on those dice.
Amazing. So he is also as.
Wait, is that 24 on the dice or 24 total?
24 on the dice.
Oh, 24 plus 18
So
is going to be
34.
42.
Yeah, 42.
Jesus.
Wait, 42 plus another 2, so 44.
Oh, so how do you want to take Fluffy out?
Oh dear God.
In one hit.
The one
one
fight
hit.
we cared about.
Yeah.
The one fight. Jesus Christ.
He had 50 hit points.
Oh God. Okay. So as he deals the hit, I kind of skitter backwards a little bit, and I just say, no, I don't say anything yet. And I take the handle of the scythe at the hilt that the blacksmith kindly got for me, and I kind of spin it around in a kind of tornado kind of thing, and just kind of barrel into his chest. It would slice him in half if that were possible. Instead, it just kind of fells him, and as he goes down, I just say, "It's Peripateia, Fluffy."
As your final strike smashes into him, you can feel, like you said, it's going to would cut him in half, but you can feel that resistance from the magic that's been cast over him. And as he basically loses consciousness, you watch as that magical aura around him shatters like glass, and he falls to the floor, and it sort of sprinkles around him like fairy dust, basically.
I am currently in rage.
Mhm.
I don't have good impulse control when I'm in rage. Would you allow me to make a roll to see if I can resist just pummeling him?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
Go for it. Luckily, you only get one attack, so that's good.
Oh yeah, I do. So it wouldn't happen this round anyway. But it's whether I will attempt to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh God. Okay, I rolled a 2. I don't think that's good.
Ammo.
Nah, there is a very sinister look over Perry's face at the moment as you stare down at this unconscious Dragon King on the floor, whose protective field has been shattered and is primed to be killed.
Oh, the protective field is shattered as well.
Yep, protective field is shattered. That's what happened. That's what happens when you get knocked unconscious. Your shield disappears because generally the fighting stops.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I made a character that was emotionally unstable for a reason,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna
And a
play it
sultana.
like that.
that's fair.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
After-
all good.
After Perry's turn, it is Zed's turn. Zed is going to, or the shadow, he's going to try to escape your grip. Lucian, again,
Keeping this poor guy locked.
he just likes rolling 17s. That's a 23.
I think I'm gonna. Oh, okay. That's okay, because I rolled a 19 again for a 25.
Yep, so you keep him locked in position. That is his turn done. We move to Elodie's turn. Or Solarimus's turn.
I think what you get is as Perry defeats Fluffy, you'll hear from behind, from the pillars, "Excellent work, Perry, old friend. Great job." Oh, no, too far. Perry, Perry. And Elodie was not going to do it, but I think in this instance, it's not going to save things completely, but I don't think it's going to work, actually. Can you make a strength saving throw, please, Perry?
Yes, I can. I think I get advantage because I'm raging.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Cool. So that is 16.
Close. But it's you beat it. Yeah, fine. But yeah, so anyone watching Solarimus will see him sort of slightly out and uncharacteristically use the pre-bleeding thumb from before to draw a sigil in the air and throw it at Perry, but it just kind of washes over you and doesn't do anything. That's my bonus action. Do I having lived with Perry for a few days, what is the most annoying noise to you?
The noise you unconsciously make when you're reading.
That Elodie makes when she's reading.
Yeah. Not you. I've never seen you read.
Yeah, sure. Okay. If you'll allow me an object interaction to smush this together, Josh, my idea is I would like to magically tinker with the head of the arrow that's notched in my bow, to imbue it with the sound of Elodie chewing her hair and going, oh. And I would like to fire that arrow right next to the floor, right next to Fluffy's head on the floor.
Yep, go for it.
Where Perry is.
Don't roll the natural one.
Well, I get advantage.
It's a good point.
What a shame I'm not actually attacking Thena with this, because that was a nat 20.
Wow. Double your damage to the floor.
To the floor.
Yay, we're not all going to prison.
It's extremely annoying.
Because that was a natural 20 and I want to reward it, I will say that with that sound coming out of it, and it's almost like the sort of video game sound, and Nat will know this as a director, of when they have to stand in the booth and go, make all the noises for the fighting and the death and all
Efforts, no-nos.
Yeah. And that pierces out into your head, Perry. You need to make me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage because of the natural 20.
Okay.
I want to reward it.
Okay. Excellent. So that is a 4 for a 5, 6, 7.
That noise is so annoying that you instantly want to turn and sort of wring Elodie's neck, but not in a actually want to do it. It's like, you know when you think about it, you're like, oh, will you just stop it, sort of thing, and you go to turn thinking that you're sitting in your tavern room with Elodie, and then as you turn, you're instantly back in the fight and like, oh, and your rage is ended.
Sorry.
Thank you for stopping me literally killing a guy.
So yeah, obviously, like, it sounds like Elodie's right there, and you turn around and she's not, and you just see this arrow that's kind of, you see the flame just kind of sizzle out in the sand, and then just from far beyond, I don't know where a rope has come from. There's a rope on this pillar, but Solarimus is just hanging from it and gives you a little salute.
For the rage to end, it is literally Perry turns around to you and just says, "Will you shut up?" Oh, I won.
Anytime, old chap.
I won, Larry. I won.
You did great.
I did.
I'm going to get shot now.
Full on Boromir.
Before you get shot, it is Bram's go.
All right. So like, I mean, looks at that and gone, well, that was weird. Looking back up at, I still prone, because I just think it's funny. I keep trying to knock her down to my level. Let's see how this goes. With advantage, that was either 12 or it was a nat 20 for 26.
Oh, okay. Roll me some damage.
How many nat 20s we've had?
Oh, it's just
A lot.
This round, Is everyone? Did you get one, Mike?
Mike.
I did.
Everyone got one this round.
Welcome to the Nat 20s.
Other than me,
Oh, Josh.
Oh,
my
Josh,
heart
what a
breaks.
shame.
Okay, so I'm rolling my. Remind me the Nat 20 again.
so you take your base weapon damage is and maximize that, plus
So-
the modifier.
So D6 plus 4, so 10.
So 10. Then you roll double the weapon damage, and then if you're adding a battle mastery to it, you will double that dice, but not maximize it.
Okay, so 10 adds the D6, which is
2d6.
2d6, so that is 14. I will add the battle mastery, so 2, you're saying.
2. You get 2 dice for that. Yeah.
14, add 7, so 21 points of piercing, booming blade, so if she moves, and can she roll strength?
Strength. She got a 16.
I don't manage to knock her prone.
Yeah, so you don't quite knock her prone. You feel that Hawthorn jump on and cause the booming effect, but she does manage to dodge part of the attack that you did to her. She uses evasion, so that is 21 reduced to 10.
As sort of, I think Hawthorn, having sort of jumped, missed, and then just very saltily comes back and just sort of would really hurt the way she headbutts me, but that is me taking my second wind. So that is D10 plus 3.
Like a D10, like a D10.
So I regain 12 hit points.
Yep.
And I think as that's the point where I start getting to my feet.
Awesome.
Sort of look at her with sort of again, still blood down my face. And I was like, you have to give me, if that had fully hit you, that would have been quite good.
It would have been, but I was quick enough to dodge it.
Well, you always have been. All right. Is Zoro going to be okay with you, getting hurt?
He doesn't know who you are yet. And
Well-
he's seen me fight before.
All right. I just don't want to upset the kid.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. You need to actually hurt me first.
Fair enough.
Are you two fighting or flirting down there?
As 2 arrows fly towards Celerus.
Why not both?
That's 18 to hit on the first one,
Yep. Just hits.
and a 22 to hit on the second one. I saw the natural 20 symbol, but it was just 1 over. That is going to be... Oh, God. Okay, so that is 12 points of piercing, 4 points of lightning on the first attack. The second attack is 6 points of piercing.
Galaramus falls off the pillar to the floor.
And you watch as you hit the floor, the aura around you just shatters. I should say that although you are at 0 hit points, you're not death saving throws.
Yeah.
You're just unconscious. As you are now out of the fight.
No, he
And
fell off the rope.
I do need to check whether my mutagen lasts if I go unconscious, because it's a short or a long rest. Does death saving throws count as a short rest?
Hilarious if so, that we just have a nap.
we come to the top of round 3, and it is performance check time. Each of you will have disadvantage on this, as will the other sides, because you've lost people.
Do I still roll?
You don't roll. You are unconscious.
But stylishly, Josh, stylishly.
Oh, you took a nap.
The lowest I rolled was a 7.
I also got a 7.
I got a 15. I'm rolling well.
2.
Okay, unfortunately, the crowd begins to favour more, seeing their champion fall to Peripatea. They begin to side with the town guard more. So you will, although they didn't beat you by a considerable amount, there are no advantages or disadvantages in the next round. moves to Greta's turn. Greta is going to hit you, Bram.
Same as it ever was.
Yep. So her first attack is going to be a dirty 20 to hit,
Yeah, hits.
and is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage and a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, ow. And roll con. 17.
17, so you pass. She makes a second attack against you, which is going to be a 21 to hit you.
That hits.
Oh my god, that's another 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bram goes down. Bram hits the floor, and then Bram goes, hold on. Wait. As I get up with 1 hit point, I'm like, I know I probably should stay down.
As she goes to hit you again.
That's
While
fair.
you're talking to, oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
You can turn that bottom lip upside down now. You got your nut funny.
I think I sort of like, fair enough, just make it look good for yourself, your kid's there.
You don't get to finish that sentence as she gets, 13 points of damage. It's not going to kill you outright, but as you begin saying, make it a good, you get elbowed right in the side of the head, and then she ducks down and knees you straight up in the jaw, and you just basically full flip up and land as your shield shatters. Shatter shield. Anyway.
That is a rental shield. That is not my...
the aura around you.
Oh,
shatters
that,
is what I
I
meant.
was going to say, I own the blacksmith. Blacksmith's
Yeah.
got the good shield, yeah. Okay.
That is, and I should have said at the beginning, for those who haven't played in an arena game before, healing is not allowed, and as soon as you're knocked unconscious, you're out of the fight. I should have said that before. I apologise. That moves it to Lucian's turn.
Well, immediately takes a D4. Because I've got him grappled for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Lovely.
And then I'm going to squeeze
Go for it.
and just whisper, come on, pal, let's make this easy. Just go to sleep. And squeeze the head for a 26 to hit.
Hop the head. Yes, that hits.
For 10 bludgeoning damage.
How do you want to take him out?
I literally just whisper into his ear, go to sleep. It's all right. It's okay.
Shh. And you can see his arms trying to grab at you to try and get you to let go, but eventually his arms just slump and fall to the side, and he goes completely limp.
Feel bad for this guy. I've just literally harried this poor bastard and kept him like.
And as
It's
you
literally not personal.
Yeah.
You're just like,
And as you let go of him and to sort of lay him down gently, you just watch as the most pathetic shatter of the shield just go psh. He's not been hit in any sort of way. The shield just sort of melts off of him.
And I'll sort of stand up straight and like wipe my arms off a little bit and look over to Perry and just sort of like shrug.
Barbarians!
And it's Perry's turn.
Cool. Are we still fighting the other people?
It's just Thena left. Thena and Greta left now.
I'm on 4 hit points.
Oh shit.
Who do you want to go for? Greta is the closest to you, but Thena is hiding behind cover and providing ranged fire support.
Greta's hurt though, right?
yeah.
Both of them are hurt.
Yeah.
Greta's hurt more.
Yeah.
You don't get to cheer. I nobly sacrificed my second turn.
Yeah.
You did.
I think I've gone after her husband.
Mhm.
It makes sense to go after Mrs. Fluffy.
Go for it. You can easily get up to her and get around the corner to strike at her.
Oh, can we run past each other and like high five as you run past?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hey.
I've got
Sort of
a
jump. 19
on the
hits.
No, 19 on the dice.
Whoa.
26.
Yes, it hits.
Excellent. Good. Okay, let me do my damage. Ooh, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 points of slashing and
My
necrotic, please.
God, she's still standing, but she is hurt.
Yeah, she's gonna take me out in a moment.
Oh, okay. Is that on your turn?
As I've slashed in, I'd like to lean in and whisper her, hey, I'm nearly going down. Just, make it look dignified if you could.
Oh,
Thanks,
I
mate.
will. I will. Peripateia.
Very good. You learned my name.
And clever. And then she's going to use her bonus action to disengage, and she runs back, jumps in the air to spin round, and fires a shot at you.
One moment.
Yes.
I have Sentinel. She's
Ooh.
moving out of my range. I think I get to do a reaction attack.
Yes, I think you still get. Yeah, I think you still get a reaction attack even if they use disengage, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Go for it.
Take it down.
Go down.
Break it down.
So that's 22 to hit.
Hey.
That hits.
Cool. Do I still get Divine Fury?
Yes,
Sorry, I've not done
because
one
it's
of
the
these
first attack on. It's your first attack on a turn. It's technically not your turn, so I'll say yes.
Okay. And do I add still the modifiers?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage, please.
I mean, she was on 4 hit points, so yeah. As she goes to run and turn to jump, and she actually gets to the motion where she jumps and goes to pull the thing back. How do you take her out? As she's like midair.
I think I've been turning around like I fully expected. I saw her run. I was like, oh, okay. I just kind of almost like I'm hitting a baseball with the scythe. Just kind of try and whack her out the air.
Yeah, you hit her, and she just flies through the air, spiraling, and the shield just breaks, and she just skids across the floor, unconscious. And I think at that point, as we get to the top of round 4, Greta stops and looks around. Oh, well, he's definitely beaten all of us, and I've beaten the one that I wanted to beat, so I don't see the point of fighting anymore. We give up. And she holds her hands in the air. And the crowd cheers. The announcer announces all of you as the victors. The healers come out and begin taking you all out in stretchers out into those of you who got knocked unconscious out to the healers tent. Those of you who are able to walk are guided into there, and you are all healed. You're reunited with Hera, who is currently in an unclickable NPC at the minute. And I mean, you've all had a chance to fight in the fighting bits. You'll now all get 7 days of rest before you are split off to do your individual missions. And I think that's a good place for us to finish tonight's session. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We have been Roll Together RPG. If you liked what you've seen, you can join us on Mondays and Tuesdays for more D&D content from 6 p.m. UK time. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and to the D20 Club on Patreon. You can join them from as little as 1 of your local currency per month, and 1 goat, which must be sent to Tom for no die park reasons.
Oh, don't talk to me about goats at the moment. My chest hurts.
By following the links in chat or in the description below. Speaking of the description below, if you're watching us on YouTube, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below. It tells the algorithm what you like, so we know what to make more of. As you can tell by the fact that I'm tripping over my words, I'm tired and it's late, so we are going to go. Goodbye.